Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm gonna continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're gonna give you what you want.
That's not what I...
The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
Did I hear that right? Do you think this is while you're showering? Okay, George. Okay, that's funny though. Come on when you can, all right? Okay, whatever. That's actually pretty funny. What's up? What's up, neighborinos? Okay, not neighborinos. How about you, YouTuberinos? YouTuberinos? What's up? Good Sunday. Let's talk pop. Episode 26. Hope you're all having a good Sunday. Yes, this was supposed to be Saturday's show. If you're wondering, this originally was supposed to be yesterday's show, but I got home later than I scheduled for yesterday, and I was tired, really, really tired, and I felt like I wasn't the best. I didn't feel the best. Like I wasn't sick or anything. I was just tired, and I wasn't in the best mood. I wasn't in a bad mood. I was just in a tired mood. So I wasn't really feeling it. If you to do this stream yesterday, and as you know, I did 3 streams during the week of Let's Talk Pop, talking about what CinemaCon. See, I'm stumbling right now. You know, come on. I'm. See, this is how I know I have lots of energy in this fucking light. I'm sorry. Maybe that's better. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry, but yeah. So that's what I'm. No, just let you know. This is not a movie to Sundays. This is a Saturday show, strictly Saturday, and a Wednesday show. Okay, but it has been since what's the last show? Wednesday, right? No, Wednesday was my last show. Yeah. That was 25th episode. Yeah, Wednesday. So it's been Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're going to catch up on stuff. And there's a lot of stuff to catch up on. I have this whole description of stuff in my description box over here. I'm looking up on my channel. It's crazy how much stuff I put down here. Now, I did not type all that. I copied and pasted all of that from Twitter. Okay, because I'm not typing all that. No. And obviously, and there's the sources and all that. Okay. Deadline, what's up, Lion Bill, what's up, George, whatever. But yeah, episode 26, Let's Talk Pop. This is going to finish the recap of Paramount and Lionsgate, CinemaCon, and then we're going to talk about all the other stuff. I put down here. A lot of stuff. Honestly, I don't know if we're going to get to all of this, but I need people to come on because I can't. There's all this stuff I put in the description. I don't know if I could do that solo, honestly. But here we go. Trinity, I need you in here. The 3. Even. Please. I even for my stable. Okay. And yeah, but yeah, so let's first congrats Mario for breaking the $1 billion box office mark. Worldwide. Yay. I'll be in the shower. Why don't you come on in the shower? No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I know, blinded. But yeah, so Mario cost $1 billion mark. And I legitimately said this a couple months ago. It's gonna be the first video game to hit 500 million, the box office. And well, I was right. But I was way off base in sense of where it's going to hit in the box office because I said it's going to break 500 million. I did not say it was going to break $1 billion. And so it doubled what I projected. But yeah, congrats to Mario. Then you know there's a sequel coming in the works. You know it's gonna, we're gonna get more Nintendo related projects in the future. Obviously, based on the success of Mario, yes, no question about it. It's just obvious. But yeah. So it's just funny. It's like I know. Okay. I hope you're all doing good, man. So remember, like, share, subscribe, all right? All right. I gotta get new stuff. Oh, and John Wick. This honorable mention, John Wick cost $400 million worldwide. John Wick 4. And Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves has passed $200 million worldwide. Just to let you all know, an update. And Return of the Jedi earns $4.7 million this weekend, and the film's return to the theaters. Yes. If you want to see Return of the Jedi, it's in the theaters. Go look for the local theaters, whatever showing that film, whatever. Watch up. Oh yeah, watch up Blind. I was streaming Blind and talking about the Evil Dead series.
Yeah, that was a good stream.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I'm gonna ask you how you are.
You already know how I am.
I know.
You just talked.
but some of my viewers might not know.
Oh right, okay. I guess for everybody, yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
I don't know what's been going. The thing is, I feel like every time the week goes by so fast. So it's like the news. I'm like, I pay attention to the movie news, but I feel like there wasn't much after. I want to say like Wednesday.
Oh no! Like Thursday had a lot of news. No, Thursday had a lot of Paramount.
I haven't been keeping track. That's what I want to say.
Oh,
that's basically
Paramount. Paramount came out a lot Thursday. I'll say that.
Right.
Lionsgate just came out with Hunger Games. That's basically it. That's the only.
That's it. I didn't even see the trailer for that yet.
I've seen it.
Is it okay? Like.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't mind watching it. I didn't watch the last Hunger Games movie though, because it was.
Yeah.
At that point, I think I was like, "Oh God," it went off like a cliff.
Yeah, but this is a prequel to all that, so.
But Transformers, I got some opinions on Transformers. People.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about Transformers. So there's two things about Transformers. We got the second trailer for the movie that comes out next month in June. Well, right. It's not exactly next month; it's still April, but tomorrow's
May. Yeah.
And then we got an animated prequel to Transformers. That has a pretty big star-studded cast.
Yeah, it reminded me of the new TMNT movie or Mario, right?
Yeah.
Not sure how I feel about that. It seems like, I mean, I understand why they're going in this direction for Transformers, but I feel like it's become kind of more like the cartoons, and I kind of want something in between the cartoons. Like, do you remember the game War of Cybertron?
Mm-hmm.
That game was dope as hell. I think did they make a sequel? Now I have to look. But I wanted something like that, but in a movie. And I don't think we'll ever get that. And I put in the comments, like, I feel like I've kind of grew out of Transformers. Like, I don't know. I may have to get back into it, but we'll see. I guess oh, okay, he's back. I was gonna be like, oh damn, I gotta take over.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious how they would do it. Like we'll talk about the prequel. This is a prequel. So this is how the war, I guess, is how they became enemies. Not the Predacons. That's the villains. The Autobots and Decepticons. Predacons are Decepticons, right. basically. But Decepticons in the Autobots, how they became enemies because Megatron and Optimus, how they became enemies. I'm curious
Right.
how that happens. Like why these factions, these groups are how they become enemies. It's because I know it's because they have opposite views on how Cybertron should be run or whatever for their right. Obviously,
Right.
Megatron's more of a well, Megatron at first was not. Well, if you watch the movies, at first he was not really. Well, in the movies, he wasn't the boss until after Fallen, right? He was the first main villain in the first movie, but he was the second main villain in the second movie, right? Because like the Fallen guy was the main villain. The third and fourth, well, he wasn't really the main villain in the fourth movie. Yeah, technically he was in the fourth movie. If you remember, he wasn't in the fourth movie. He was just a different Decepticon, somebody else, but he regained his memory at the end. I don't know. I don't remember if he was in the fifth movie, but I'm curious to why. Like, I think it's going to explore mostly Megatron and Optimus.
Right.
I think that's what the movie, the prequel, is going to be. Like, I think people wanted to see an animated Transformers for a long time.
Right. It makes sense.
It's just I didn't expect it to be like a movie, really. I mean, maybe not a theater movie, but they wanted to go big. They wanted to go big, obviously, right? They want to make it
Right.
So they want to go to the cast like Chris Hemsworth. That's a big.
Well, I think they saw. I mean, if you're noticing, I mean, we're getting a lot of animated movies that are more.
Yeah,
I want to say like geared toward boys. Like they're more like the Spider-Verse and Mario and like those are obviously like video games or comic books, which I mean, even though they were animation series, we never really got like theatrical movies with an animated Spider-Man, right? Or Transformer, right? So it kind of makes some sense that they are going to do this. But I don't know. I'm not like when I saw that. Is it called Transformers 1? What is the name of the animated?
I don't know if it has.
It was a really weird title. I thought it was like Transformer 1. Which
That's
was like
bad name.
weird.
That has to be a
Yeah, it's a bad
placeholder
name. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it was something else.
Yeah, Transformer 1.
That's what it's called.
That's not a good name.
That's a weird name. I don't understand what the significance of that is. Yeah, Transformers
It's not a good
1.
name. It's not really.
Is it like Transformers 1 as in like one, like we're one together, or Transformers 1? I don't get it. I really don't understand. It's like the Xbox One. The hell is that like mean?
Hey,
what's
Finbar.
up, Finbar?
Yeah, it's not a good name. I think they got to change the title.
Oh, by the way, I know why he just said "Yo, blinded."
Wow.
Last night, there's a. Basically last night, I don't think you noticed, but you said "What's up, Tony?" and blinded, but you didn't say Finbar, and so Finbar was in the comments saying, "What happened to me, Aaron?" That's a inside just from those two words that he just typed. That's some inside joke.
But I did say hi Finbar today.
Oh man.
But yeah, where was I? Where were you? Yeah, Transformer 1 is not a good name.
No,
it's not. There's no appealing.
Maybe Transformers United, if that makes more sense. What is the Transformers rollout? I don't know.
Yeah.
You see Finbar, yeah, that I knew that's what he was. I knew it.
It should be called Transformers. It's not a good name.
Yeah. Because it's confusing. Like one as in this is the first one. It's weird. But the cast there's a lot of people in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
A lot
the
of
cast has Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth is going to play voice Optimus Prime. Brian Tyree Henry is Megatron, obviously the villain. Scarlett Johansson is Elita. Keegan-Michael Key as Bumblebee. John Hamm as Sentinel Prime. And Laurence Fishburne as Alphatron.
Right.
That's the cast so far, the voice cast.
I would have preferred Laurence Fishburne as Megatron. That actually might have sounded.
Me too. Me too. That would have been awesome. Him with that voice as Megatron.
Yeah, it just probably would have been better.
Like
I don't
this
know about
voice-
Chris. I don't know about Chris Hemsworth for Optimus too.
It's gonna be so. If he sounds like Thor, I will laugh. Like because Chris
Yeah.
Hemsworth has a certain voice, right? Like in all his movies, right? Like even when he's not Thor, he still sounds like Thor.
Right.
Like because when you watch his
And he's
movies,
also
it's really-
very jokey. That's another
Yeah.
thing too.
Yeah, he tries to do some serious stuff. Like some films he's been trying to do serious. He's not that great at it.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be an 80s style. I assume it would be. It would be like basically like an 80s style, but with Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing. The cast the cast does seem very Mario-ish, especially Scarlett Johansson. I think Scarlett Johansson is the one who I don't know. I would more picture Chris Hemsworth as Bumblebee.
Yeah, he should be Bumblebee. Yeah.
Yeah. If he's going to have a voice, then I guess Chris Hemsworth.
I just want to see Autobots. What's the word? What did they say? Blow out, right? That's what we want to hear. I'm saying,
Yeah.
Autobots. If I was saying it, I'll be like Thor. It'd be like the hearing Thor say that instead of Optimus Prime.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. It is weird. It's weird.
Like maybe John Hamm would be better voicing Prime than Thor.
Yeah. I think that would have been better. He has more of a serious voice.
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
not. The thing is, I think they're obviously going for name cachet, right? So Chris Hemsworth, Thor, yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, I wish they'd stop trying to get flavor of the month Hollywood actors and try hiring the best voice actors. Yeah, I mean, the problem is, I think it comes down to marketing. It seems like even though there are very good voice actors, there's not like famous ones. And I think that's a problem because animated
Most
movies
famous,
aren't
like-
really. Yeah, what were we gonna say? Sorry.
There's some like Mark Hamill's good at it.
Right.
There's some really good ones that get some roles.
Tara Strong.
Yeah. Tara Strong, yeah. She's
yeah.
like might be the most famous female of them all on the female side.
Right.
Yeah.
She's voiced a lot of characters, both men and women, right? So
Yeah. In voice acting, you could get away with that, right? As
right.
you give it's a lot of them don't like a lot of actors don't. I was just thinking of Mila Kunis when she voiced Meg. It was originally supposed to be Leisha Bear, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's not a lot of well-known.
It's an art. They're not. Most of them are not trained to do it. The voice actors are trained to do a bunch of different voices. Actors that appear on film and TV don't as much. They're trained to do it for some movies and TV roles, but the voice actors are trained to do it more than they are, right? Because they do it for roles in TV, but voice actors.
But even then, like
Yeah.
someone like Chris Hemsworth, right? Chris Hemsworth, I wouldn't say is like a classic Hollywood actor. He's more of a action oriented actor where he just it's more about the look than the performance. And just like
100%.
bringing the physicality to it. So yeah, it's kind of weird. But I was trying to say like there's not it's not that there's not well-known voice actors. It's just that there's not well-known voice actors that are like well-known like Scarlett Johansson. Like everybody knows Scarlett Johansson, right? But not everybody's gonna know Tara Strong, even though you probably heard her voice, right? So I think that's probably the biggest issue. They need to make the thing is like animated movies are still seen as like for kids. And so that's where most voice actors would get a role, right? That or video games. So it's like unless there's like well-known animated movies that are geared toward adults or like older teenagers, like I don't think that's ever going to go away, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going to need something. I don't know how, but yeah.
Oh, the guy took his back on the
Oh,
shower.
what's up, George?
What's up, George? How was the shower? How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm still coughing, but like everything else is fine.
Hmm.
No, it's just this rain. The
That's
rain
good.
just made me very tired.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're feeling. What are your thoughts on this Transformers animated prequel?
I mean, I've been waiting for them to do an animated film because I feel like they can do more with animation, especially on Cybertron. The cast, I'm torn because it's like you guys were saying that there are a lot of great voice actors out there, and I feel
Right.
like you're taking away from the hard work that these voice actors make and do,
Right.
especially because a lot of voice actors have voiced in so many different Transformer stuff throughout the years, so it's like they have the experience. Like, I'm not even saying to get Peter Cullen and Frank Welker to voice Optimus and Megatron like they usually do, because obviously these are younger versions of the characters. And Peter Cullen's 80, Frank Welker's in his mid to late 70s. So, yeah, it wouldn't make sense to get them to voice younger versions. But you've also gotten other actors, voice actors, to voice Optimus and Megatron in the past. So I don't know why you can't get, like, someone else. I mean, I have no problem with who they picked. It's just I feel like I feel like voice actors deserve a lot more respect in the industry,
Yeah.
especially for a property that's based on a bunch of cartoons that a lot of voice actors have experience with. Like that's the puzzling thing.
Hmm.
And the thing is, what's weird is, like, for the live action Transform movies, they do get like actual voice actors to voice those characters. Like Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, voiced some of the characters in the live action films. They were annoying characters, but they still got a seasoned voice actor in Tom Kenny to voice them. They got Joe DiMaggio doing some of the voices. He's a seasoned voice actor. I mean, you brought Peter Cullen back to voice Optimus in those movies, and he's a seasoned voice actor. Like that Frank Welker, seasoned voice actor, he did some of the voices, not just like Megatron in like the last movie. So it's very puzzling when they get like these celebrities for an animated film when it's basically animation and you've got seasoned voice actors, experienced voice actors doing the voices in the live action films.
Right. Oh, what's up, Blue Jay?
The new RJ.
Oh man.
Yep.
Jay.
Why did you get?
From
When,
this justice.
No
man, how come they get Chris Pratt?
Oh God. Chris Pratt as
he's doing another voice. Well, we'll get to later.
Yeah, he is playing that one. I don't mind as much, to be honest.
Were you guys talking about the animated cast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mentioned this on my stream. Like, I don't mind Chris Hemsworth as Optimus Prime. I am a little iffy on Keegan-Michael Key as Bumblebee because I feel like he's like in every animated film. When it's like, I mean, he did good as Toad. I feel, and well, at least it looks like he's going to be talking a lot. So I hope he's talking about the whole movie, and we don't have to see him get his voice box ripped out like a dozen times.
That's another thing. Like, let Bumblebee talk in this film. I mean,
I think he might talk because Bumblebee was damaged when he was Earth, right? I think in this,
but it's just like because I've seen this happen not just in the live action films, but like Transformers: Fall of Cybertron, Transformers Prime. Like, Bumblebee was a talker back in the old days, in the old cartoon, in Transformers animated.
You don't get Michael Keegan Key not to talk, man.
Like, so like, please, like.
But that's the one thing, though.
Yeah,
that's the one thing that concerns me, though, is that he's very like. I don't mean this like disrespecting, but like he's very loudmouth.
Yeah,
that's who he is, and so it's like I'm kind of like conflicted. That's why I was saying I was like Chris Hemsworth as Bumblebee would kind of make more sense.
Hemsworth is loudmouth too. Yeah,
he can be more relaxed, right? I picture Bumblebee to be more relaxed, like level-headed, like chill, but not like loudmouth. I think that might be like a totally different character.
I personally liked having Laurence Fishburne as Alpha Trion. I just think that's pretty awesome casting, to be honest with you. The others, they're bigger. They're like, I expect them to have like a completely different cast, but I mean, it's in like a bigger, like a celebrity type. I didn't know they're gonna go A tier. I kind of ScarJo as Elita, which I'm fine. I've always liked ScarJo. Anything she pops in, I mean, I'm hoping she does a lot of voices in movies, so this would be no different to what she does. And Brian Tyree Henry as Megatron is very interesting because it's a very interesting choice. And what else? John Hamm as Sentinel Prime, which I can kind of see them going with the Transformers animated route. That's Sentinel Prime because he's an asshole in that show.
You're talking about the animated, like Transformers, the animated show?
Yeah, the Cartoon Network show. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that one. I can see them pulling from that if they're gonna go with that kind of casting. But so like, I heard people like getting really like I can kind of get what they're coming from, saying, "Oh, why do they have all these celebrities come in there and well, to be fair, you can't have Peter Cullen to have Optimus Prime forever. The dude's like 81." You know, like I can understand. I mean, he's Chris Hemsworth. He's playing Orion Pax. He's the younger Optimus. He's younger, so it makes sense to have him to go younger and have him. I'm sure, he's a big name, but I can totally see him pulling this off, and I can see, because here's the thing. I don't mind doing an animated Transformers film because we haven't had one since 1986. There hasn't been one since 86. We only have live action. You can get away with doing animation because like I said in my stream with the trailer, the Transformers in the live action films, even though I love those movies, they're kind of like 3D props. They're not really characters. They're just they're walking, talking special effects. They don't have
characters.
Yeah, they don't have time to flesh those out or give them a screen time because the live action has, they don't have to focus on the humans. So
that's the problem. That's the problem with the movies. So they focus too much on the humans, then the Transformers.
Then the Transformers. I never. That's why I was saying I never understood why it's taking them so long to make something like a War of Cybertron, like that game, because that game was like really impressive, and they stopped making it. That's the more Transformers that I want, because like I said, I'm kind of like falling out of it because the movies just weren't that great. Is there even an animated show going on now?
It's called Earth Sparks. It's the show on Paramount Plus. I haven't watched that show.
The last Transformers I remember was that CGI one.
Prime,
yeah.
That one was top tier. I think that was the last show I've ever watched from the Transformers show.
That was 2010.
Yes.
Wow. I thought that was like 2012 or 13. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's when Prime ended.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that show was that was the shit.
I did watch that show, and then I did watch the Transformers animated. I like the animated one with the character designs. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, I love both of those shows, and I did watch the the Netflix show. It was the first season is decent, but I feel like this show kind of like tone wise, it feels like they're trying to be. Trying to be serious, and like the way that the voice performance, like particularly the dude that played Optimus Prime. I'm not gonna knock at him. He wasn't the greatest, He tries. I don't get what they're going with the character, but the performance and delivery of some of his lines are just not like. It sounds like I mentioned this on my show. It sounds like a bad Zack Snyder film.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Well, if Zack Snyder was to execute his idea, it would have been bad on screen anyway.
Am I? Hold on. This may be an incredibly crazy take, but you said we're talking about Transformers. You said Zack Snyder. I wouldn't mind a Zack Snyder Transformer movie.
Whoa.
I know that's a crazy thing to say, but here's my take. Right, this is my take. Right,
Blinded.
first off,
what's happened to you?
it just came into my mind. The reason why, okay, first off, I don't necessarily hate Michael Bay as a director, but I don't think he's really good with stories. Like, he's really bad, worse than Zack Snyder, right? Zack Snyder, I think, was always what I would say is the better version of Michael Bay, but never made movies like
At least
Michael Bay.
Bay had a hit.
Yeah, Michael Bay has, like, there's movies, like, people shit on. I said like 13 hours. I didn't mind 13 hours. I thought that was actually pretty good.
I like 13 hours.
Yeah, there's some movies that he actually makes, and you're like, this is not that bad. Ambulance wasn't that bad. Okay, so I don't think he was really right for Transformers. I think Zack Snyder and his mind frame would have made like a really cool War of Cybertron movie. Like, I would have actually preferred if he didn't do anything DC related and he had to pick another franchise. Something in my mind goes like Zack Snyder would have made it an interesting Transformers.
Well,
I know what I actually would agree, because he's more visual than Michael Bay. Like,
right, but he as much as we dump on him for his storytelling, because I know Aaron, we agree with that, right? He's not great, but he has interesting world building ideas that I think would have lent better to Transformers. Right.
Well, the problem with Transformers, the world building was all over the place.
Right. That's always been my biggest gripe. The world building is weird.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very structured properly. And I think Zack Snyder could have made it better.
I can totally see, because I can see Snyder doing another anime film like he did with that Legends of Gahul with the owls. I want to see more. I can want to see what he can do more with animation, because we haven't, because that's the only film he ever does, which I would love to see him tackle more in that particular medium. You know, him doing like, I mean, the director of this the Cybertron movie is Josh Cooley. He did Toy Story 4, and I love that movie.
I did love that movie too. I was gonna say Transformers, Jesus. Meant Toy Story, yes.
Yeah, and I love that movie. And then you have a Pixar. He's mostly a Pixar guy, so I have more confidence in what's going on in that movie. Like, I'm still like Rise of the Beast, like that trailer. I was happy watching that shit, dude. Like, that was a great trailer. I feel like what I noticed, because when you look at a Michael Bay movie, when you watch like a still frame, you can tell it's a Michael Bay movie. Like, you know, high contrast, like the colors are just popping out, like super high contrast. And then the way, you know, how he does his weird camera angles and shit, like it's all like
the circling of the actors. And then he uses, Michael Bay's like the cinematography is very distinct, and it's not that dynamic. It's very, I can't really describe it. It's very weird. Yeah. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't. It's weird.
Because you have like scenes with the humans, with the Transformers, the camera would be kind of moving around, but it doesn't stay still. And then when you look at the trailer,
he doesn't block very well. That's my take with Michael Bay. Yeah.
Yeah. And when you look at this trailer, it's a lot more like cleaner looking. Like it's more consistent. Like the cameras actually stood still. The cameras either stood still or they mostly focused on the Transformers without any movement or any too much movement. And either like the way they're framed, it's like it's just good looking.
Who is directing this? Because I mean,
Stephen Cable Jr. He did Creed 2.
She did Creed. Okay, because personally, like for me, I didn't like so much of the way it was like directed. I thought the guy who did Bumblebee was a pretty like he's more of a he's from animation, and he made it seem more dynamic, more, you know, like the framing and the composition and all of that stuff. So I don't know. Like I've already said, like I'm not that interested in this new Transformers movie just because it just looks too clean. Like it needs something else. And I don't know what's the continuity with this movie.
That's my biggest thing. Like people are trying to say this is still a prequel to the Michael Bay films, which I just say like how? Because you already have this is set in the 90s. They're already in Earth, like Optimus Prime. Yeah, but it's
a few years after Bumblebee. Yeah,
but it's still like they're already in Earth. They're not in like 2007.
Yeah,
No,
it doesn't
isn't
make
this
sense.
in the
I see your
90s?
point. I see your point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes place after a few years after Bumblebee, according to the director. I see your
Right.
point, Blue Jay. It does not make sense because, like in first Transformers, that's the first Transformers movie in 2007. That's when we got introduced to the Transformers. But it
Right.
seems like in this trailer, it seems like in Bumblebee they knew about the Transformers. I mean, the government kind of knew John Cena and all that.
Right.
They knew, and in this trailer, obviously makes it more worldwide known that they've been around. So that
Right.
contradicts everything from the first Transformers movie.
They should
So I don't
just
know how.
they should just get rid of the first off.
Yeah.
I don't the Michael Bay Transformers movies I think have depreciated over time. Like they made a bunch of money, right?
Oh yeah.
All of us have seen it, but it's just like I don't think it's favorable anymore. So like they
No.
can just cut it loose. Like it's Transformers. Just say it's a new universe and just keep going on, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm still quite a fan of those movies. There are people that are still fans of those movies, but I think when watching after they watch this, they kind of just like they will really even those like the fans of those Bay movies, they will want this to be like a full on reboot because
Finbar,
Right.
we don't know.
It's
We
too
don't know because
different. It's too different.
it's really contradicts a lot of things right now. We'll have to see through this movie. It really doesn't make sense right now, Finbar. Maybe we'll get a better idea with this movie, but yeah,
I don't mind watching. I don't know if I'll watch this in the theater.
Yeah,
I might, but I really don't know. This movie
I think
always to me felt very shaky. I didn't. Yeah.
I think Indiana. I know they come out different weeks, but if I had to choose that between Indiana Jones and this, I think I'd take Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Well, this comes out before the Flash does.
I know. Yeah, well, the Flash, I'll take that too.
I'll see everything in June. Well,
I know you will.
Yeah, I will. Even Elemental, I'll see that because I'm a Pixar fan. But
I don't know about Elemental.
Yeah, I don't know about. See, I don't know about Elemental because it's just the same day as Flash. I don't see that.
I'm curious, guys. Before we get back to, has anybody seen the Peter Pan movie?
No,
I've never seen it. I don't have any interest.
Neither do I. Heard
you
it's
see it?
bad.
I still haven't seen Pinocchio.
It's not that good.
I forgot about Pinocchio.
No.
What happened to oh my god, you're saying Pinocchio. Why can't I remember his name? Zemeckis, Robert Zemeckis.
Oh, Robert Zemeckis. I don't know.
What happened? Grace.
He spoke Grace.
In quality, at least in quality.
Oh.
You missed the animated talk Degrassi, the Transformer, and then we talked about now the Rise of the Beast.
The Rise of the Beast. You know what sucks? I'm looking at the casting for the Rise of the Beast. So from the Autobots, we got Optimus Prime. Obviously, we got who from the no, I'm gonna say the Maximal side. Optimus Primal, Erazor, the flying, the Parakeet Falcon. Yeah, Wynox, Cheetor, but we have no Rat Trap. No Rat Trap.
Oh, Rat Trap. I forgot about Rat Trap.
But on the Terracons, we got no. I've noticed there's no. The dinosaur version of Megatron.
Oh,
right.
I think they say the Predacons are in the movie, but I think they're just just Scorponok. I think it's
Scorponok is in it. Yeah, Scorponok is a Predacon who transforms into a moss-covered scorpion. But the villain here is Unicron, who uses the Terracons.
Which to be fair, I was surprised that they're going with Unicron.
That came out
literally like 2 movies ago that they tried to do that with him being like inside the Earth for whatever they were trying to do in the last night.
Oh my! You mean like that weird exposition from Anthony Hopkins where it was like, it's Unicron. Earth is Unicron. He's about to save us from Quintessa.
Oh, really? Is this accurate? Degrassi. Well, thank you, Finbar, for the article. Bumblebee officially confirmed to reboot the Transformer movies. Is that accurate?
I think that's
that seems like it would be accurate. This is 2019. Is an older article. That it makes sense. It makes sense. It's way too convoluted if it wasn't.
I don't know. I just see too many people saying like, "Oh, this could be still a prequel." Like, there is no way. How are you even like for you? Okay, what about Can you explain?
Well,
like I can understand.
But
Like,
Does Doctor Strange mind wipe everybody's mind in Transformers?
I don't know,
We
the
forgot
thing-
Sam Witwicky.
Yeah.
The universe is gonna forget Sam Witwicky.
Oh my
But like,
God.
I can understand like people saying like this isn't a reboot because Bumblebee looks the same. It's like, well, it's an iconic design, so he at this point he looks like the same as in the movies, sure,
Right.
but RC looks like RC, not that shit that she looked like in Revenge of the Fallen, like the bodiless type design.
Oh gosh.
You know what?
And-
If it is
But
a
here's the
reboot,
thing: if
good.
if it was a prequel, wouldn't the Autobot lineup have been besides Optimus and Bumblebee, Jazz, Ironhide, and Ratchet? Since they were like the main Autobots in the first film that have known Optimus for years.
I mean, if Jazz was in this movie, it'd be over. There's no reasons. Well, if he looked like, I don't know. I mean, I want Jazz to be in the movie.
Oh, I feel bad for Chad.
I guess Degrassi. I guess they're not gonna ever mention it. It's way too confusing.
I mean, the only real connection you kind of have is Peter Cullen still doing the voice of Optimus.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's always gonna voice Optimus. I mean,
Well, as long as he's still
as long as as long as he can.
But the thing is, then why isn't he Optimus Prime in the animated stuff?
because that's gonna be like a younger version. They said, I think.
Younger versions. The
weird.
robots get old.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Well, they have him
voice
in like
changed?
he have him in some show, like in that Earthspark show on Paramount Plus. They had Alan Tudyk is playing it as Optimus Prime.
So they probably should have gotten him to play him in the film.
Do Autobots and Decepticons get older? Do they grow beards and stuff? Do they get wiggly skin or something?
I mean, I guess how. I mean, you could say the same if they can grow a beard. I mean, look at
I
how.
want to see Optimus. I want to see Optimus. I want to see Optimus with a beard.
Oh my gosh, Optimus with a beard. I
I
mean,
here's the thing.
Megatron has one of those evil mustaches.
In fairness, even the '80s cartoon they had facial hair.
true.
Yeah, can you imagine Megatron with an evil mustache? You know what kind
With
of
a
evil
goatee?
mustache I'm talking
Oh.
about?
Galvatron had a goatee, I'm pretty sure. After the movie, he had like
Hold on. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I'll send it to Aaron because this is like a big
Dude.
fuck up.
Tell me, send it.
This is probably the biggest fuck up. Like,
What?
you know there was a time when Marvel owned Transformers and did Transformers cartoons.
Oh,
Yeah,
Could
they.
you-
Oh,
Could you imagine like
oh yeah.
did you
Blind,
see
I
this
know.
before?
No, I did not see this.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say this because this is a
So
spoiler.
Japan spoiled it.
But it's
oh my god.
it's a big.
My
big-
man, like I'm not gonna. I knew he was in the movie, but wow.
No, I thought it was. I don't want to say it, but I thought something different. I didn't know.
Me
it was
too,
gonna
but
be
I
that.
didn't.
well, I don't even know
Yeah.
like what like thought it was Dark Transformers.
I'll post it in our other thing, but I don't want to say it because it's a spoiler, and I think it will ruin it for people. I won't even say what the movie is. So yeah.
Oh fuck! Don't worry, it's not Guardians. I'll just let you know it's not Guardians.
Oh,
Can't,
thank
can't
goodness.
believe they messed that up.
Yeah,
But yeah.
it's not Guardians, so don't worry, guys.
But yeah, you guys know like at one point like Transformers was owned by Marvel. Could you imagine if like Transformers were in like the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, Degrassi, that would be weird.
They didn't. Yeah, they licensed it. They did
Yeah,
this with
they,
a bunch of other things: Star Wars, Blade Runner. The one I keep talking about that was actually in the Marvel universe, Micronauts. I keep saying Micronauts should have been in Ant-Man. That was. I think that was the biggest mess up for that movie, was not having anything related to Micronauts. Is what it is. Though.
It's like Optimus Prime be like Autobots transform and destroy Thanos.
oh my god.
or it's like Optimus. It's like only the Autobots remember who Peter Parker is because it's like our spark keeps our memories.
Oh man,
intact.
Thanos would
Man.
destroy the Autobots or Decepticons.
Yeah, Godzilla
So
too.
the humans were able to destroy them.
Right.
Some of the
There
My
was.
own-
Yeah, keep man.
My only things. Oh, do you know who's like the one thing I want to know is that the people who are doing the animation for transfer to this new animated Cybertron movie is ILM. They're doing the ILM. They're doing the animation. Industrial Light and Magic, who did all these effects for the previous Transformers movies.
Does that? I mean, I still don't know what the animation will look like then.
Well, I think they're not going to make it look like the movies, obviously. Because they did animations for movies before. They did Rango. You remember Rango, the chameleon,
Yeah.
Johnny Depp? They did the animation for that, and they did that god awful Strange Magic movie. The one animated film that was George Lucas's idea, I guess.
I don't remember this. I have to look this up.
Strange Magic. It's a Lucasfilm. It was released on our Lucasfilm.
Best conversation.
2015.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Okay. I completely forgot about this movie.
Yeah, it was forgettable, but the animation was pretty good though. It has good animation. But yeah, they're doing the animation for this Transformers movie. And then I was like, I was actually kind of getting excited now. I just want to see how it looks, how it looks like.
I was kind of hoping it would be like. Do you know that? Hold on, I have to look at what the title of the game is now. I think this came out 2015, 2014. It's a Transformers game. Hold on.
Fall of Cybertron?
No.
Devastation?
Hold on, I'm gonna look for it.
Wait, what year did it come out?
Devastation. You're right. It's
yeah,
Devastation.
based off the G1 cartoon.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it would look like that game mixed with like Into the Spider-Verse, where it's like more anime influence.
I can see that. I can see that.
I don't know. Something makes me think it's gonna be 3D. It's gonna be like 3D realistic. I don't know.
I don't think it'll be realistic. I think it'll be just like Rango was realistic in a sense. Like it was good looking, but it was
like more, not so much realistic, but they're trying to emulate like photorealism. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking. I mean, I think either way, I think it'll still look good. I mean, I want to see what they got going on. Because I really want to transform something without no humans. Because it's better that way to do it animated because you can get more out of the characters. Than I mean, sure, you can do a lot. You can do a lot of action films starring the Autobots. It's gonna cost you more with that expensive as visual effects you got on them. I'm not saying animation is cheaper, but it's still expensive. But it's Mario cost $100 million. It made $1 billion.
I'm confused. Degrassi, why do people have a droid story listed as a series and not a film? Because it was announced. Wasn't it announced as a film? Because now when I go to Google it and look, it was saying it was a series.
What's next?
Super.
But that's probably going to come to Disney Plus, though, right?
Okay, speaking of Paramount, let's move to a Ninja Turtle. Seth Rogen's Ninja Turtles. You're all hyped up for the movie in August.
I am.
Watch it.
I am.
I'll probably go see it.
I've always gotten the trailers for every time I see it in theaters. I've always got that trailer, I appreciated the animation. I've always I know there were people saying, "Oh, just trying to copy Spider-Verse." I don't think it's trying to copy. It's
copy Snyderverse.
No, the Spider-Verse.
I was gonna say wasn't Michael Bay's more like a TMNT Snyderverse?
No, they're trying to. I know. I get they were trying to well, I just it's different looking than Spider-Verse. It's more cleaner. It's more. This one is more grimy looking. It's out of the original comic books, and I appreciate it the way it looks. and it just looks better on the big screen. To be honest with you, and
Yeah, I didn't get that on the big screen. The Turtles trailer.
yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to. I'm at least it stands out the most. Like, you know, when it comes to these properties, like we always like our superhero stuff, but when it comes to Transformers and Ninja Turtles and stuff, like this is stuff I kind of miss watching a lot.
Yeah, like I grew up on this in like the 2000s, early 2010s. Like those, like the Ninja Turtle cartoon and Transformers Prime.
Right.
Oh, Degrassi. Yeah. You know as well as everybody here. Nobody's no matter what, nobody's gonna move on from that word.
We're the move. We're the move on crew. So
No, we might have
they still think it's gonna happen even after this Snyder Con. Snyder Con was not a good idea.
Well, the thing is
a great cause, but like it's still.
Do people not realize that there's more things going on than superhero films? Like we're just talking about Transformers and Ninja Turtles right now. Like there's so much other stuff out there.
It's not even just that. I want other things. I want new franchises.
Zack
Like,
Snyder.
I want new franchises as well. Like look at
Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder. That's what I'm saying. John Wick.
Zack Snyder was like the Skywalker Jedi, and so it's like you could tell in his face, "Get away from me."
Oh man.
You could tell it. You could tell it's like, get away.
Well, he's doing it to you know, he's put it on and whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, I kind of all this superhero stuff now. Even though I like comics, I've been so burnt.
I'll say this:
burnt on this.
I did not put in the description below, but I do like James Gunn's description of his ideal Superman as somebody you could hug. Oh, that sounds opposite of Zack Snyder's Superman.
No, man. Oh man.
So who wants to hug a sad, depressed, angry Superman?
No one.
Yeah. Come on. Do you think that was a cheap shot by someone you could hug?
I don't know if that was a cheap shot. Like there's no animosity between Gunn and Snyder.
No, why would there be? Why would there be? Why would anyone think there would be?
Oh, because people want drama.
Oh my god.
which is sad and pathetic, but that's our society.
By the way, I seen this take. I don't agree with this take. I prefer the original Dawn of the Dead. Sorry, we just had to bring that up since it was Zack Snyder and James Gunn.
I mean, I like his Dawn of the Dead, but the original is still a phenomenal film.
100%. Yeah.
Nothing will beat George Romero. I'm sorry. He's
the one that made this possible, like the zombie.
George Romero should have directed that Resident Evil movie, by the way, too. That was a travesty. Anyway, that was a side tangent.
Oh yeah. Because you know what? Let's tell all those people that hey, James Gunn's not the only one who casts the people he knows and family into his movies.
Right. This is right, because we were saying that Soups. I mean, personally, I don't care for Soups. I don't like his takes, but it is what it is. But he actually had a good take that people were shitting on him for, which was the fact that directors use family and friends in their movies. It's a common occurrence that happens. James Gunn is not the only director who's
won't be the
used
last.
his wife. Yes. What's his name? Paul W.S. Anderson has used his wife.
Adam Sandler has used his wife.
Right.
And bunch of friends.
John Carpenter used his wife. I'm totally blanking on her name. What she was in Escape from New York and The Fog.
Oh yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, that actress.
Degrassi.
I brought this up. Ask Aaron. I literally brought this up.
This is off stream.
Who is Zack Snyder's executive producer? His wife. His wife. Just because she's not on camera doesn't mean she's not working on the movie. There's so many people, like, I don't understand. And his example too, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi were friends in high school. What are you talking about?
It's even like Grace Randolph, like Den of Tools. Grace Randolph is Grace Randolph opened up a bomb here. Like Grace Randolph's if she what's Grace Randolph like? She does entertainment, right? But then she goes she writes a review on on Twitter saying she likes Guardians 3, and then you see, she says, "I wish James Gunn would stop using your family and friends." I'm like, I'm reading that to her. I'm like, Grace, why don't you tell to every director that uses your family and friends, and not just James Gunn?
She has a weird obsession with Gunn.
Yeah. Like, I just want to tell Grace, tell to every director who uses their people they know, family and friends, and tell to every director, not just James Gunn. Stop singling out one person.
More. You can say David Lynch with what's his name? I'm totally blanking on his name. He was in Dune and he was in Twin Peaks and he was in Blue Velvet. I'm trying to think of directors that use. I can't remember his name. The actor, you know who I'm talking about, right? He's the main character in Dune. What DeGrasse is gonna put it in the comments. I've totally
Cameron Linda Hamilton.
Right. I'm trying to think. There's so many examples.
But all of a sudden, it's a whole new. It's like all of a sudden James Gunn is the director of the. He's the most talked around director right now because of the DC stuff and Guardians, obviously, and also. And another
I got my Guardians.
Sam Raimi uses his brother Ted Raimi is in.
Yes,
he's in
almost in everything. Almost everything.
I'm pretty sure he's in every single Evil Dead movie.
He wasn't in Doctor Strange.
Was Ted Raimi in Doctor Strange?
No.
Okay. I don't know if he was in Spider-Man, but he was definitely in.
He was in Spider-Man.
Evil Dead.
He was in Spider-Man. He was he worked for the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, he was the guy with the glasses that always got owned by.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, Finbar said we're going to be used in Blinded's movies.
Oh man, I already do that with my friends.
We are.
Like,
I'm gonna be used. Oh,
yeah,
I feel honored.
I'm gonna use Aaron and George. Oh man! Oh my god, it'd be hilarious.
I'm gonna make a movie with people I don't know. Hey, you want to be in my movie? I don't know who you are, but you want to be in my movie?
Yeah. And how about John Carpenter and Kurt Russell?
Oh yeah.
Like, what the heck? Like, how can you say this? This is so stupid. This doesn't even make any sense.
I think have you ever watched an Adam Sandler movie?
Yeah, oh my god.
Or a Martin Scorsese movie?
Martin Scorsese too. I'm trying to think who else.
Nolan sometimes uses the same people.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Like, it's like people are so dumb, or
they just don't know. I think it's that some people don't know. They watch movies, but they're not like in tune with.
I mean, doesn't Neil Breen use the same people in his movies?
I don't know about that
one, but that's funny.
The Breen verse, remember that?
Oh my god! You say that, and Blue Jays got to put the.
I'm a fan, I'm now a brain fan now. No. Hashtag store the Brainverse.
The Breamers.
No god.
Sell Brainverse to Tubi.
Yo, someone from work actually knew who Neil Breen was when I told them, "Oh, we're watching Neil Breen tonight." Like a couple months ago. Yeah, someone was like, "Oh, we watching Neil Breen." Oh, I know who Neil Breen is. I was like, "Really?"
Like, did he like unironically? Did he like unironically watched it or something?
No, but he's like, he knew who I was talking about when I brought up the name. He was like I knew who Neil Breen was.
Neil Breen uses Neil Breen too much. That's funny.
Oh my gosh! Imagine someone just like on our route just watch it like as an actual movie, nothing to laugh at, like oh yeah. I was like, man, this is a good ass movie or some shit like that.
But yeah, Tubi is getting a new CEO. I don't pay attention to Tubi.
Really?
Tubi's free.
They got some franchises on Tubi. I saw Minions on Tubi. I was like,
Minions?
What the hell? Yeah.
Minions
for whatever reason.
I got Tubi on my phone, on my TV. I just don't really like.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I just scroll like the things that they have. I was like, I think the
4-year-old versions on it.
Yeah. I remember I saw, what was it? I saw 13 Assault on 13th Precinct. Is that the title? It's a John Carpenter movie.
Yeah, some pretty decent movies.
I saw that on
you're
TV.
Right.
Yeah. I was shocked. I went back recently and I was like, wow, what the hell?
I think the last time I remember, because I had Tubi, they had like the
Hawk?
all
Which is the
episodes
G1.
of the G1 Transformers and Transformers Prime's on there. They, like
Yeah.
like some of the old cartoons I used to watch when I was little and stuff. And now they got like, I think, what was it? Big Mama's House on there.
Oh my god.
The hell
Yeah, I
is-
remember like 2B had Scooby and Scrappy on there.
Oh man. Scooby and Scrappy.
You know, that's actually something I forgot to bring up in my Guardians review today. Like, there's this like one scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 where like Ego's like basically like getting all the Guardians of the Galaxy members, and it's like this reminds me of the Tar Monster from Scooby-Doo 2, which was a movie he wrote.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I have a confession. I love Scooby-Doo too. That movie was fucking fantastic.
Yo,
I don't care what
listen.
anyone says.
I love
like
those
Scooby.
live action movies. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, they're dumb as hell, but you know what? They're funny.
Oh
I
my
like the
God.
first Scooby. I like the first Scooby Doo.
I love both of them. Like, they're not only are they part of my childhood, but it's like first of all, compared to other live action adaptations of cartoons, that's actually like one of the more well done ones. Like, that actually feels kind of accurate.
Yeah,
Right.
the one that they actually try instead of like Alvin and the Chipmunks or fucking.
Can James Gunn
Don't
make
get me
a
started
Scooby-Doo
on
3?
the holograms.
Can he quickly type up a Scooby-Doo 3 and give it to someone to direct? Because I need that.
I mean, he's
He
under
like
Warner's
old.
now, so it's
Yeah.
He
possible.
could direct
If I-
himself.
I rather watch
Bring back
the-
everybody.
I rather
please.
watch those movies than watch Scoob.
Scoob wasn't
Or-
all that bad.
It wasn't
that's-
terrible, but it just didn't interest me.
I've never watched Scoob. I wanted to watch it, but
Scoob. See, Scoob is an interesting thing because I remember like for years that they were going to do an animated Scooby Doo movie theatrically originally,
Right.
and then I heard that they want this to be like the first film in a
There's
actually not
cinematic
a,
universe. Yeah.
fuck. I kind of laughed at the idea. Like, I love Hanna-Barbera, but I don't see that being like a universe, really. But
Well, they have all the properties. That's why they have like all, and they technically are a cinematic universe because there is crossovers. That's why.
true. I don't think they're gonna go to that level. You know, I didn't. It's
Oh, if that movie, I'm telling you, Degrassi just put, if that movie is good, I'm gonna be hyped.
that
'Cause
is
that's
still
a-
happening.
Yes.
Oh
John
my-
Cena's in that movie, no?
Yes.
John
I
Cena
I
hope-
think he's the CEO of Acme, isn't he?
Look. Oh, that'll be interesting.
Yo, him doing a Coyote, James. I think he's writing it still, or he just wrote it. I don't know.
Please, that
An
better
Acme
be like
franchise.
the Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes fell off. What happened to Looney Tunes?
I don't know.
What happened?
I love Looney Tunes.
I have to
I
Google.
love
What was the
Looney
most
Tunes.
recent one? Was it on like HBO Max and it was like shorts and they were like garbage? I didn't even.
They
I
have the
never
Looney
even
Tunes.
saw
I
it.
never watched those Looney Tunes stuff, but I think the last time I ever. Well, I like Space Jam: A New Legacy. I like that movie quite a
I
bit.
haven't watched that one.
It's enjoyable. It's like the first
I mean,
one.
To be fair, it's better than that Tom and Jerry film that came out the same year.
Movies
Tom Jerry
that
films.
Oh, man.
that movie is just like that's a prime example. Like you can't like they did this twice. Okay, you cannot do a Tom and Jerry movie ever. Like you can't even do
Yeah.
that. You can't
You know,
like unless you will say we're gonna make this an hour and 20-minute movie of just nothing but chasing. I will watch that. I will watch that all day. If it's like a collection of scenes of them just like beating the fuck out of each other and just chasing around, I'll watch that. Instead of just having Chloe Moretz and Michael Pena in the movie, I'm like, that's
I was waiting for Michael Pena to tell a story like Lewis.
oh yeah. That would be
Rated
kinda,
R, yeah.
I'll take that and what's the movie kind of got. So
I was waiting for Skip Bayless actually did a review of Space Jam: A New Legacy, Aaron, because he does a session with LeBron James.
What the hell? Oh my god.
He probably should have done a movie because he has a hatred for LeBron James.
Oh man, he ain't gonna take it well about LeBron like getting past the Grizzlies.
You could say they're going to lose to
Oh
Memphis.
my
No, they're Golden
God.
State. Let's turn our attention to DC. So, okay, DC. Because I'm not going to cover everything here because there's a lot here. I'm crazy. I don't know why. Kieran Gillian says she wants to play Poison Ivy in the DCU. James Gunn's DCU. Okay, thoughts on that?
I can kind of see it.
I don't see it with her, honestly. I know she has the red hair. I see more Batgirl with her.
In my opinion, if there's an actor going from Marvel to DC, whatever they played, if she was a villain, obviously she was a villain / hero. In Marvel, she should just be a hero.
I see more. I see Batgirl with. I don't see Poison Ivy. I see older Batgirl. An older.
I
Batgirl,
see her as Supergirl a little bit.
I don't know.
Well,
that wouldn't be bad for the Supergirl that they're going for.
If
but I think she's a little bit too old for that. I think they're trying to do a 21-year-old, like early 20s Supergirl.
I'm trying to think like what DC like if she were to she said go from Marvel to DC and she'd be a hero. Well, Nebula's kind of a hero in Guardians, but
but she was a villain. Right?
Yeah, she was a villain. She was a villain, but like I'm trying to think of like DC characters. I'm just gonna look at the list right now.
Shut up, Finbar. I saw what you did there.
No, man. What did you post in the chat? Let me see.
Oh, fine. You want me to make you a mod? Oh, fine. The poll stuff. Go ahead.
Let's see. I can see her.
Oh, because he's
Black Canary.
That's how what he posted.
I don't know. Yeah. I think she looks like Batgirl. I mean, I don't come with him, are you?
Well, I mean, this Batman's been around for ages, so like I can see like her like playing like a Batgirl that's been around for a while.
Maybe they should do this. This is what they should do. They should go. She should be Oracle, and then go into Batgirl. That's what it should be.
Do they bang on a rooftop? That's all we want to know.
Oh my god, definitely not. No.
James Gunn would pull stuff like that off. Come on, it's James Gunn.
Do you really want to taste it?
I mean, of course, they all want to go there. DC's pushing off Marvel. They're going to take all the cast. You can have like Harry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck go to Marvel. You can have like everybody from Marvel join DC.
what if they reboot Marvel and Henry Cavill plays Iron Man?
Oh gosh, everybody be pissed off.
Well,
I don't think Henry Cavill could pull off Iron Man. I don't think he could act like he can't act Robert Downey Jr. Man. I like Henry Cavill, but let's be honest,
Robert Downey Jr. would act circles around him.
He lacks the acting chops of Robert Downey Jr. He's not all that charismatic. If you really think about it, Robert Downey, he can't pull off Iron Man. I'm sorry, he can't pull off Tony Stark.
What about Star-Lord?
I don't even think he can pull off Star-Lord.
Oh my goodness, he would be the most bland Star-Lord ever.
He has the problem. Henry Cavill gives up black. If you watch a lot of his movies, a lot of his films, a lot of his stuff, he plays kind of the same character. He doesn't show a lot of acting chops.
That's true. He's
not versatile.
Ooh, Henry Cavill.
Fire Ice too. Oh yeah, baby, give me Fire and Ice. Yeah.
Oh, I have a genius casting for Cavill. Okay, Henry Cavill as Deadpool.
You know who I always wanted as Deadpool. This is gonna be totally weird. Okay, this is gonna shock you. It's obviously a well-known actor. Brad Pitt as Deadpool.
Here's the thing.
That would have been a great.
Here's the thing. Here's how to determine if Henry Cavill to me is a really good actor if he could pull off comedy, because good comedians can actually do well in non-comedic roles. The opposite is not always true for non-comedian like actors.
Right.
Like it's true, and it's true though. Like Henry Cavill is Henry Cavill. Like Henry Cavill could not pull off Tony Stark. He cannot pull off Stark. I don't even think he can pull off Thor.
I think he actually might be a good villain, Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe a villain.
I mean, I saw him in
He should
in
pull off.
Fallout.
He should have been. He could have been Crossbones. But no,
Cross-
but they wasted Crossbones in the MCU.
I'm trying to think of.
Crossbones was nothing in the MCU. They kind of wasted him.
Yo, the actor even said he felt kind of wasted.
He did, yeah. That's why he's in DC now.
Yo, I tell you, everyone's gonna start going to DC.
Isn't Crossbones the one that killed Captain America like in Civil War? Like
Yeah.
in the comic?
Henry-
Come on.
All aboard the gun train to
Do it.
DC.
Can we get Henry Cavill? Okay, imagine if Cavill goes to Marvel. Well, imagine Henry Cavill. Trying to no. Okay, if Henry Cavill were to stay with DC and he plays a different character, Henry Cavill as Batmite.
Oh my god.
Well, here's the thing. You know, we talking about like actors jumping from DC to Marvel.
No,
Ben
man.
Affleck in Secret Wars returns as Daredevil, and Deadpool says
Right there.
Martha.
Does anybody remember that rumor that Ben Affleck was going to be the CEO of Rox? Is it Roxxon?
Yeah, something like that.
That was a weird rumor.
And now,
Totally
so
strange.
well, also DC related news is also what's her name? Palm Clementeff. How do you say her last name? Clementeff?
I can never say her
I don't
last
even
name.
know.
Okay.
I don't.
But she says she has conversations with James Gunn to join the DCU as a currently unknown character. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna jump the ship. The
Well,
DCU.
you know, they're friends. You know, they bond. They made a friendship with those movies, so it makes sense for like some of these actors to come around. To stay with to
Not me.
keep working with Gunn. Makes sense. I mean, I don't think Dave Bautista will.
I know.
I want Bautista to be in DC, but I think he won't be.
I think Batista will probably be.
If Batista does DC, it's not gonna sign up like he did for Marvel. I think it'll be one
He'll be a villain.
One or
It'll
two
be like
movies,
cameos and stuff. You know.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be like in a franchise. I think he's done with that.
Yeah.
I love Batista though. I think he's the best wrestler turned actor.
You know, I want to ask this question. This is technically DC related. Don't you kind of want to see James Gunn make a non-superhero movie? It's been kind of long since he did one. I kind of want to see him make.
I want Scooby 3, man. That's what I said. That's
not even Scooby 3. I want to see like a horror
just
movie
directing.
again. Yeah, just a straight like
What do you-
James Gunn was. I mean, like he was always in the horror camp. I don't.
He
see
doesn't
why
want to do
couldn't-
Bane.
I can see him just like do some writing on the side and stuff.
You know what? I just want to criticize some of the Guardians actors, not them personally on film, but Zoe Saldana. You're a good actress, good person, but please don't say this is your last film. Can you save it till everybody sees it? Please save that because she said this is her last Marvel role.
But I think you'll understand when you watch the movie.
Yeah, but could she say that after we get like an emotional attachment? Because it could kind of take away that emotional attachment away, like from knowing going in that she is done with Marvel. Could she just say that after the movie's out for a little bit?
Well, I
You know
think
what I mean?
think without saying it, you should just assume every single character.
Oh yeah.
Unless
But,
it's a new character.
I mean,
that's what I would say.
she's probably like
Without spoilers.
I know she has to do Avatar. She has to do they're doing like 3 more Avatar movies. So it's like she can't do Marvel anymore.
I don't even. Is she really needed in Avatar? I feel like her character did really nothing in the last.
I don't
movie.
know, but I don't think she's jumping to DC. I think she should jump.
I thought she was the worst part of the last movie, just the character.
But she's one of them. She's very important to all the DC to that franchise. But
I think Jake is more important, to be honest.
what if you know what they should do? If they want to do Pirates of the Caribbean, say the same universe as Jack Sparrow, but have her character be the new lead because she was in the first movie. That'd be hilarious.
I like Degrassi's suggestion for who Batista should be.
Yeah,
I think
you know
that
what?
makes most amount of sense.
I know Degrassi's been on that bandwagon, the Metamorpho train. I know he's been on that train.
Because Bane, I know people will complain because Bane is technically Mexican, and I think you should probably just get a Mexican actor.
He's not Mexican. He is Latino, but he's not Mexican.
No, I don't think he's Latino. He's from.
Yeah, but Batista is partly. Yes, he is.
Is he? I thought he
Yeah.
was Greek. I thought he was just completely Greek.
No, I'm pretty sure he's I'm pretty sure he's Latin. Filipino. I think he's part Filipino. But he was born in the States, but he's not.
Right.
His mother's Greek descent and his father's Filipino.
Right. So there's no.
But
Latin.
Filipino could be Spanish or French, though.
You're trying to
No,
say all the
Filipinos.
Isn't Filipino
in Asia?
Yeah, no,
Philippines.
but Philippines are. I think Filipinos speak Spanish or French.
No way. They speak. Hold on. No way. There's no way. No.
They speak English.
They have. I could have swore they.
No, they were. I think they. Let's see. I'm reading their history. I'm like, well, the Spanish they conquer them.
Hey guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go to I'm heading out to Max's stream real quick. I'm gonna show him do like his my typical box office game and stuff.
All right.
Yeah, he's Filipino and Greek, but I think Filipino.
Take care, Blue Jay.
That means what the
Yeah,
Filipino.
you do, George.
Do you want me to put your channel in the thing so people can subscribe?
Oh hell yeah! Hold
Yeah,
on.
do that for me, George.
Yeah, I'll do that for him. Do you have anything coming up, Blue Jay? I know you did a Transformer stream yesterday.
I don't know. Maybe. Well, I don't have anything planned. I am gonna go see Guardians 3 next. Where's it? Oh, today's Sunday. This Friday. Well, not this Friday. Maybe next Sunday because I work a lot. I work on those days. So
he might be.
I don't think I don't think you could say someone who's Filipino is Latin descent. That doesn't.
No, they're not Latin descent, but he is Spanish.
You gotta put it in there, Blue Jay.
He's not
Oh,
Latin descent,
okay.
but he might his father's side might be descendants of people from Spain.
Yeah,
Spain's
but that's not the same as someone who's like Latin,
Yeah.
right? Like,
But he is.
Latin is
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see your point, Brian. I'm just saying that people don't. Yeah, Filipinos do speak Filipino, but I'm just like saying Spanish had conquered them, and Spanish was a language for officially for a while. It's like how
it would be like us saying we're French because we're Canadian. I don't think that makes much sense. Like maybe if you're from Quebec, but even I don't know, that's a really wishy-washy. He's Filipino, like he's not Latin, right? And Bane is Latin. Bane should be played by a Latin actor, I feel like, just so you can get the accent and.
Hey, I don't Latin or not anybody as long as it's better than Tom Hardy's version. It's okay,
right? He is from a fictional nation, yeah.
With this place is Teddy. I think he uses teddy bear.
I just think I think he could play. I don't know. Bane is the one that everybody keeps saying. Personally, I don't really see it.
I'm tired of everybody wants Bane. Can we use another villain?
Like,
I know Joker. I know Joker.
Obvious why people say Bane, right? It's because he's a wrestler, right?
But Bane's more than just a wrestler, man. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't really like that casting. I always see it. I was like, eh.
And,
I think Degrassi. I can see Degrassi's casting. I can definitely see that. That character is I think is going to appear very quickly. To be honest, I don't know if they're going to do the Terrifics. That is a new team, but it would kind of make sense. Yeah, I don't like Tom Hardy as Bane. That was terrible. Yeah.
Like I don't know who this. I don't know. I'm gonna say Mantis. She's gonna play in the DCU, but I think she's joining. Oh yeah, I mean I think a lot of people are joining DCU.
Yeah.
I like. Really cool. I don't know. Like I don't know what he's. Oh, you know what? Like I'm gonna say this now. I do think it's a lock, and for Fantastic Four, we're gonna get the casting of San Diego Comic-Con. I think that's a lock. I also think hot take here, James Gunn's gonna have Superman the exact same day.
Wait, what?
I think San Diego Comic-Con, we're going to get a Fantastic Four casting, 100 confirmed.
Right.
I think we're going to get that, but I also do think to counter that, James Gunn Superman casting, right, the same day. I think we're going to get a Superman that day, unless it leaks. That's my hot take.
Cool.
Superman casting is going to counter the Fantastic Four count.
Oh,
casting.
okay. I don't know why I didn't hear you say Fantastic Four. Yeah, I think Fantastic. I guess by the time they're done, like there's already rumors of who Johnny.
Yeah, Paul Mescal.
Right.
That
Degrassi said that guy was going to play James Bond. Remember?
Yes, he is. He's in Gladiator, and Gladiator is one of my topics. And you got
Right.
Joseph Krennis joining that movie. He's gonna play the Emperor's son or whatever.
If it's not. If listen, even if male,
This is not happening. Don't worry.
if it's a female thing, that's a wrap. I'm sorry for Marvel. That's a wrap.
Here's the
I don't
thing,
know
Finn
why
Bar.
they would.
That would be the
This
dumbest thing
Mila
ever.
Kunis is. I'll say that. This is from Degrassi, but I haven't said this publicly. Some of my people know. I think I told Blind this. Mila Kunis is going to work with the director for Fantastic Four, but it's not going to be for Fantastic Four.
Right.
It's going to be a different project he's on, and that's the Godzilla Apple series.
Yeah, you did tell me that. I didn't know. I keep forgetting that. And we were saying just a couple weeks ago that's the one with Kurt Russell and his son.
Yeah, Wyatt and Kurt. Yeah.
Right.
So, and we're not. And here's the thing. And why do people like? Look, I don't think I don't want the thing to be a. I'm gonna try not to anti-woke because I'm not anti-woke or anything like that. Okay, you know me, but I don't want the thing to be a female. And the problem, and here's the thing, guys. I see some people on specifically one person. I like this guy. I like this guy. You know what I'm talking about. But like a Jewish male character, I'm like, Mila Kunis is Jewish, right?
Yes.
Right? Like it's okay. Like who cares? It's like she's Jewish. I'm going to tell you this from a factual standpoint. I'm Jewish. I don't mind a non-Jew playing a Jewish character.
Right. I think you know why they're
is
doing
Wanda's
that,
son
though, right?
is Wanda's son going to be Jewish? And I guess is he going to go by Billy Kaplan? Is he going to be a Jewish actor? Maybe I should. Maybe knowing the actor who's going to play the teen version of Billy Maximoff. Maybe I should say maybe I should start some. Oh, it should be a Jewish teenager boy playing Billy Kaplan.
Right. But you know what? The thing is, I mean, I think they're really gonna push hard for him to be Jewish because obviously that was kind of how Jack Kirby saw the thing, right? So I think that's why they're going to do that.
Here's the thing: when the X-Men come, if they do Kitty Pryde, Jewish actress.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what you told me. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So yeah, when Kitty Pryde, she's very, she's very into being Jewish. She talks about Judaism a lot in her comics. Like she's very into her religion. So do Kitty Pryde too. And there's rumors out there, like implications that Peter Parker might be Jewish.
Yeah, that was always a theory people had.
Yeah, like even the Flash at times, Barry Allen, sometimes he's either Jewish or not. It depends.
Right. Yeah, they always. It sort of depends. Like you have to.
Me personally, I don't mind a non-Jewish actor playing a Jewish. At least to get him right. But like, yeah. Like,
yes, Finbar. Yeah.
Like the grass says, acting is acting.
Like I kind of get, yeah. Like I do agree. Like you find the best actor. I just think some people now, like they kind of want to know, like, hey, like they are going to seek out and look for actors in that specific ethnicity because that isn't a problem with some ethnicities. You can't actually turn like I heard. Okay, Captain Phillips, right? That movie,
yeah.
Tom Hanks. So they had a problem where there wasn't a lot of Ethiopian actors. So
and they probably didn't want to do it. Most of them.
And the thing is, like the Ethiopian people have a specific look. You can't just cast any black person, right? Like,
yeah.
They have a very specific look. So I kind of understand that aspect. It's like some ethnicities and are very specific, right? Of like how they look. So like that's always been my take on that because I always remember that it was like, yeah, there's not a lot of Ethiopian actors, so it's like what do? You got to go to Ethiopia and cast those people, right?
Oh, I got breaking news from SnyderCon. Ben Affleck's there.
No boy.
Big.
No,
But you're right. Like, don't worry, they're not gender bending.
The thing is,
Why is
I
that
see
stupid?
Gary Nerdrotic is hoping for it. He's like, make this happen.
Of course he is.
They're obviously.
So
I
he can
saw
make
that
100
too.
videos about it.
I saw it. It's not happening. Like, they're not gender bending the thing. Like, fight is not that stupid.
And if
Right.
they do it, then at this point, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to jump off the Marvel bandwagon.
The thing is, right, like I get what Aaron was saying.
But like,
I get what Aaron was saying, like they wouldn't do this, but the thing is, the rumor was so random that it just didn't make sense. It sounded like, actually, if you think about it, like there was some logic to it. Like there's
And you
3
know
guys
what?
on the Fantastic Four.
you know that clip Mila Kunis said she's not in Fantastic Four? That was referring to Sue Storm, by the way. Not
yeah,
the thing.
she said, I think now.
Yeah.
She made a comment where now I think people are picking up on who actually might be Sue Storm.
Oh yeah, and tomorrow, guys, to let you all know, tomorrow
Yeah.
the strike officially begins. May
Yeah,
1st.
May 1st.
Dun, dun, dun.
Because some people were saying, "Oh, it's not going to happen." Of course, it was.
I'm not going to guarantee anything because I could be wrong.
You gonna make a Charles Barkley guarantee?
No.
If
Because then you'd be wrong.
somehow we knew that the thing was going to be female, like Ben Grimm was getting gender bend, that I think how can like we be okay with that? I just don't understand.
Look. People are complaining about this. I don't like the idea, but you remember Fantastic Four stick? What did they do to that movie?
Yeah, but
remember
that's
they
not even a bigger deal. Like this
Yeah.
changes the dynamic, right? Like
Yeah, that's gonna change. Yeah, that would change
Yeah,
the dynamic.
like-
There's a difference between changing someone's race and changing someone's gender. Like you can
Right.
change Johnny Storm's race, but if Johnny Storm, like the problem was he just didn't feel like Johnny Storm because he didn't act like Johnny Storm. If Michael B. Jordan,
Nobody
acted
acted like
like-
anybody in that.
yeah,
in that,
but if
like, that was
but if
a horrible
Michael B.
film.
Jordan acted like Johnny Storm, then yeah, that'd be no problem
would
as
be
long as he
okay,
acts.
right.
It's great.
acts the part.
Nobody
it wouldn't
in
be a
that
big
film.
deal. I'm sure people
nobody-
would make a problem with it. Yeah, like it doesn't make sense. Like a female thing that as you're gender bending the character, that's a specific dynamic. Because I seen people in the subreddit, they're like, "Oh, well, he could still have a sister dynamic with Johnny," and you're like, "Do you know?" Like he already has a sister dynamic. What are you talking about? It's Sue Storm. That's his sister. He doesn't have a brother. What the hell? Like that I don't understand why people were like, "Oh, this actually is a good idea." No, it's not a good idea. It's probably one of
No.
the worst ideas I've ever heard. For a Marvel movie, like that's terrible.
I know the MCU likes to change things up from the comics, but don't do it with major characters. Like don't.
If you're going to do a female thing, you introduce. There's 2 female things. There's
Yeah.
this thing, and then there's Miss thing. Just do that, but don't gender bend Ben Grimm. I don't even have a problem with gender bending if it's like a character that's like several tiers, right? But we've never actually seen a character with an A-list character like this where they're just going to gender bend the character. I don't think that's a good idea.
No, see, the Marvel doesn't do it with A-list characters. They don't gender bend or race swap. Or they do
Right.
sometimes race swap sometimes, once in a while, but they don't
Right.
really gender bend. Yeah,
Right.
like-
And even then, I think race swapping, I think so many people just have this problem where it's like, oh, with the race swapping. In my opinion, I don't think it's a big deal unless it's crucial to the character. Because we already know back then they were going to make all the characters white. It just is what it was, right? Like,
Well, when they made Electro Black and Amazing Spider-Man 2 and then like No Way Home, no one really complained about that.
No one
I didn't
complained
complain about it.
because Electro's race was never really a big deal to people. I
mean-
like for a character like that, like it was never really a big deal to begin with.
I can't wait to get Ghost Rider in MCU. If we get Mephisto, we're this.
when are
close
we
to
even
getting Ghost Rider.
Ghost
Ironheart.
Rider's taking way too long.
Mephisto might appear in Ironheart first.
Yeah, but I mean Ghost Rider.
They
Like,
have to. If they got Mephisto, right? When are we gonna get
By the
Ghost
time
Rider?
Ghost Rider
No,
appears-
I think it was a mistake. I really think they should have never canceled that Ghost Rider series. I think that was a big mistake.
Yes.
The Kevin Feige, I get it. It wasn't under his watch, but I'm starting to believe that show actually might have been good because the what's the guy's name? I was about to say Diego Luna. It's not Diego Luna. What's
No,
his
he
name?
was in Agents of Shield's Ghost Rider. Robbie Reyes. That was his first.
The actor though. He's Tommy in The Last of Us. I can't remember.
Yeah, his name is Gabriel Luna. Yeah, that's the same
Gabriel
actor.
Luna, right?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say Diego Luna, as in
No, Diego
that he's-
Luna. Yeah, that's Andor, Star
Right.
Wars.
but because they have the same last name. But I think if he was attached to that show, that guy I think is very particular with his, like what shows and movies he's gonna do. I know he was in Terminator, but he was actually good in that Terminator movie.
He's a
He
good
was
actor.
probably the
It's just-
best part of it. Yeah.
I don't know. I
So-
don't know if they come from the big bad in Deadpool 3. I just know there's one big bad. It's a female character as a villain. One of the villains. I forget the actress. I think it was who was the actress? It got cast a couple weeks ago. It was in Deadpool as a villain.
I don't remember who the actress is, but I know what you're.
Let me
talking
figure.
about.
Let me look it up. I could find.
I just wish that Ghost Rider series, like we should have had that. Like, forget about the rest of the other horror live action.
Emma Corrin, I think is the. Yeah, I think she
That's-
was. I think they said she might be playing a villain.
What has she been in?
Let me see. If she is her film Retreat, Pennyworth. No, is she it? I don't know. She's been in The Crown.
Okay.
Yeah, later said to be the villain. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that she's the main villain, but she is a villain. But Matthew McFadden maybe is a villain. You could tell with some actors, and it could be cast in movies, if there's gonna who the villain, who the face by somebody, the actor, the face of an actor. You could tell. Yeah, they're probably the villain in the movie. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, Mojo coming. We beat up the Powerpuff Girls. I'm kidding.
Mhm.
But yeah, but I was seeing this all over Twitter past 2 days about Mila Kunis in the thing. Like, no. So just like, no, man. And there was it's not true, but there was a rumor. Like, I don't think it's been talked about much. That Matt Shakman was very close to dropping out of Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. Was that really true?
I don't know. It wasn't reported on anything. Like, I don't know. I mean, Blade. Here's the thing: Blade is starting filming this month, and they got a new writer. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Is Blade even get filmed because of the writer strike and potentially the actors in? I mean, the actor strike.
So they better have a finished script.
Are you asking Marvel for a finished script?
No, I know. Yeah.
Because
During
that
films.
was the only. Well, the thing is like, you don't also want to rush the script either. See, we were talking about Transformers before. Revenge of the Fallen suffered because they rushed that script to meet the deadline.
Right.
They only had like 3 weeks to write that script.
I don't see the Saber versus. You mean Tyler Bate versus Liv Schreiber?
That's
Yeah.
like less than Suicide Squad had.
Oh, look at what Degrassi just said. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Man.
You know, I keep saying this Fantastic Four movie, maybe Fantastic Four is truly cursed. Maybe that Tim Story Fantastic Four, that's like the only good one we'll get.
So fantastic. Who's gonna rate it? It can't be saved. It
You know
can't
what?
be saved.
Bring
He
Zack
didn't-
Snyder on to direct Fantastic Four.
Oh,
Oh my god.
you know, here's Fantastic Four stick. That's basically Zack Snyder's Fantastic Four.
Why? What I want to know is why did they pick him to direct Fantastic Four? Nothing to me was like, oh, this guy should direct Fantastic Four.
I guess he did a good job of doing WandaVision with the family ensemble kind of thing. So might as well give him the family.
But that's
of
a
the Marvel.
show. The thing
Yeah,
is,
this is
I
a
don't
movie.
like. That's a show. It's not even a. It's not a. Like, that wasn't a movie.
But I don't think he directed on these shows. The directors don't direct every episode.
I'm curious, because I always say that the Fantastic Four should be like a Star Trek movie. That's how I kind of want a Fantastic Four movie, like more scientific. More...
You know what they hear about the stupidest rumor? I don't believe this is true.
What?
Angelo Banderas is Galactus. I can't imagine
Yeah,
Galactus with a Spanish accent.
Well,
I
wait.
did hear that.
You know what? You know what they should do? They
I like
should
Angelo Banderas, but his Galactus, I just can't hear it in my head. I'm sorry.
They should just get J.J. Abrams to direct Fantastic Four.
But you know, the moment if this is true, the moment they announce Adam Driver as Reed Richards, I might write off that Fantastic Four movie. Not to say Adam Driver's a bad actor, but I don't think he's Reed Richards. I don't think Adam Driver's acting is blockbuster material. I really don't think so.
You know what? I think his best role is not Star Wars Rise. I think I personally see him was the Black Casman movie, whatever it's called, with Denzel Washington's son. That was a really good movie when they infiltrate
the Black Klansman.
The Black Casman, yes, the Nazis and all that. You know, I like that. I actually thought he played a Jewish guy. Adam Driver, I don't think he's Jewish.
Is Adam? I feel like
his movie bombed. The movie that came out this year, it did not.
Yeah, that 65. It didn't look good. It did not look good. Is Adam Driver Jewish? I
don't think Adam Driver's Jewish.
I'm looking at it right now. Hold on.
Shut up, Tim Brooks. You know.
Oh, I don't think he is Jewish.
No.
Adam Driver's not Jewish. No.
We should just cast Dylan Brooks from the Memphis Grizzlies as a villain.
Oh my god.
I did see that Degrassi that he was directing the Star Trek movie, Star Trek 4. But
he dropped out, right? I thought didn't he say he was dropping out of that?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did drop out of that. It's let's see if Degrassi, because I'm pretty sure I thought he did.
Did he drop out Fantastic Four? Did he drop out of Star Trek to
direct Fantastic Four? I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
The original 65 was great. I thought I heard the script was bad though, but that's interesting. I thought it was the script that was bad. He hasn't dropped out. I thought that was a
report when D23 happened. I thought that's what happened. I thought he dropped out and to take the Fantastic Four. Let me see.
He's still on Star Trek. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, but apparently nobody else.
But like they're trying to fast forward this Fantastic Four movie. Like
Degrassi, so Degrassi from Picard. You know the show end, but are they spinning off from that? I'm just curious. The way to see this series finale happen. Are they spinning off from that? Just let you. We're gonna get a show with at the end from Picard. Okay.
I don't know, this Fantastic Four movie. Oh, Finbar says I wouldn't be against Adam Driver as Reed. I can't see it. I really can't see it. I think he would be really dull and boring.
Adam Driver as Reed, Daisy Ridley as
Sue. Who was Sue Storm? They were saying who's Sue Storm? She's my god, why can't
Vanessa Kirby?
No,
Allison Williams?
That's way too young. No, this is hold on. I'm gonna pull it up here.
I said Vanessa Kirby. I saw Vanessa Kirby, Allison Williams, Jodie Comer.
No, it's not. None of them.
Jamie. No, it's Jodie. It's not Jamie. Jodie.
Someone saying it's not her, even though someone recently was like, "Oh, she's not on the Blade Runner series." Which, by the way, I don't think she was even announced for the Blade Runner series. So.
The one Jodie, people not Jamie Degrassi. Yeah. Jodie, J-O-D-I.
Hold on, I'm looking. I'm trying to because I always get these two actresses mixed up, so I have to see if this is the right one. What people are talking about. Where's the one where people are talking about it? Christian Bell is Sue Storm.
Oh no! No,
I would kind of, if they go with Adam Driver, that would kind of make sense. I can't see them going with how old is. I know Jodie Comer was in that movie with Adam Driver, but I can't see. I don't.
Jodie's actually she's 25.
She's 25.
She's 30.
She's
Yeah,
30.
she's.
Okay, and Adam Driver is how old?
Adam Driver.
I know it might not matter, but I just think he's basically 40. Yeah, I
39. Well,
if
yeah,
if they are gonna introduce their kids and Adam Driver is Reed Richards, then I would think Christian Bell would make sense.
yeah, I want Christian Bell as Sue Storm. I'm sorry.
The other actresses I just think they look too young to be even married to Adam Driver. It's just
The thing is, they don't even know what age. I don't even think they know what age they want their version of the Fantastic Four to be.
I thought if they have that's what I was saying. If they have kids,
That's Kirby's only 35.
She's only 35.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. She looks like 30.
I mean, I'm 26. I look like I'm 20. So
I guess it doesn't matter, but she looks. I don't know. For me, it looks more younger. I feel like if they're going to make the Fantastic Four older, I assume, right? Like, why wouldn't they? We already had a younger.
this is true. This is true because I felt like in the original Fantastic Four movies from the Fox movies, it felt like Ian Grunfield, who's going to be, he's going to be in Bad Boys for West, felt much older than Jessica Alba, Sue Storm.
I mean, he was a lot older than her in general.
Yeah, so Degrassi might have a point there to 7 to 10 years older.
I just think if they were going to, first off, if they don't do the kids, I feel like they're going to do the kids. They're going to.
I heard rumors about that.
It just makes sense. It's like you never did the kids.
Well, they need the kids. They need Kang's descendants. I'm kidding.
I just feel like if they're going to if you're going to have them as kids, you're going to want to see them slightly older.
I just wonder what Kang would say to Reed. Hello, great grandpa, by what, 1 million? You're my great grandfather by times 1 million.
Right.
Yeah.
I do like Jodie Comer as if she was to play Sue Storm, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I don't over Christian
Kirby,
Bell, yeah,
definitely.
Vanessa Kirby, I think she was. I'm not sure, but I think she was in the running for Catwoman.
Really?
At one point, I'm not sure.
As which Catwoman?
The Batman.
The Batman? What?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't like that. No. I'm glad they didn't do that. That sounds like a bad idea.
Nina Kyle. Let me see. For the Batman. Actors who auditioned to be Catwoman. I could be wrong, but I'll give you a list. I have it right here.
I thought it was also, what's her name? Anna de Armas?
Yep. Yeah, she did.
That would kind of make sense.
Eliza Gonzalez. You know her. Obviously.
Right. Yeah, that kind of makes sense too.
Well, I don't know. I think Agatha. Yeah, I don't know if there's. I don't know if she's. Well, she started out as a villain at first, so I don't think she'll have a connection with the kids. Right, with the Fantastic Four, if she started out as a villain, right?
But she could. The thing is, she could because those kids are going to age up quickly, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's not going to be like in the comics.
Yeah. So yeah, Eliza Gonzalez, Zaza Beetz, Anna.
Right.
Anna of Arms. That's what Anna of Arms. That's Alice. Alice. That's not her name. Alice.
Who?
No. The Laura Croft actress. Her name's not Alice, is it? Vinicander. Ella Balaska.
But I want. Okay.
I don't know.
But I was saying if there are some credible people though saying it Christian Bell. And then there's some people saying
I heard the Christian Bell rumor last year too.
But the thing is, if remember what Milna Kunis, she's just said that she knows who is in the movie. She's friends with Christian Bale. So wouldn't that make sense?
But she's fans of the director.
Right. Maybe she somehow knows, I guess, but she specifically said, I know who, as in like
Yeah.
referring to one person.
Yeah.
Right. So wouldn't that imply something like that? That to me sounds more like she knows someone that is in the movie.
Yeah, I think they have their cast. Yeah.
But who's Ben? No one's been rumored for Ben. That's the
Mila
one
Kunis only.
That's what I'm saying. When that rumor came out, it's like no one else was rumored for.
I remember
for
Jason
Ben Grimm.
Segel at one point was, and Seth Rogen was.
Yeah. Well, I don't know
because they said Jewish. They said Jewish, right? So to get Jason Segel.
I saw Seth Rogen was. That was like a fan casting. That wasn't like an actual.
Yeah. Oh, they said because they went Jewish, right? So Jason Segel, obviously, Seth Rogen,
right?
But somebody big, right? They want somebody big, like a big guy like Jason Segel or Seth Rogen. They don't want a skinny Jew. I can't believe I said that.
Oh my goodness!
I can't believe you did say that. I can't believe that.
What the heck?
But I can say because I'm the Jewish one here. You know
Right.
what? They want kind of like a bigger body Jewish guy actor.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
They want a big guy, right?
Because Seth Rogen's not exactly. Seth
pe-
Rogen and Jason Segel are not exactly like
people
me.
say like the thing is supposed to be big, but isn't the thing just like 6 feet? Like he's not like he's tall, but he's not like some Hulk tall, right?
where he has like a broad.
It's supposed to be
body.
just like
Yeah,
normal size.
Yeah, and they think the actor was Ben. I don't remember. Was Ben Grimm before becoming a thing? Was he always had that kind of that big body? Like.
I don't necessarily think so, but I guess you could kind of see it that way. Like he was, I guess he wasn't. Yeah, maybe. I have to see back at the drawings.
I remember that Degrassi.
Yeah,
yes, I remember
that he was going to be in.
Like, why would he introduce Ben Grimm to She-Hulk? I know She-Hulk's connection to Fantastic Four, but
no, but the way it made sense, though. No. That rumor, the way it was framed, I could see that. That actually would have been funny, but they didn't do that. It was supposed to be the Thing was suing, Korg.
But that's not how you introduce the Thing in the MCU.
It would have been clever though.
But they could do that. You know what? After he wants to introduce the Thing, if they do She-Hulk season 2 or like they talk, or you could do something like that.
The
after you introduce him,
he was like a protective bigger brother.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I guess you could kind of see it that way, that he was supposed to be bigger, like the bigger brute.
He's like. So like, read the nerd, right?
Oh yeah. Hold on, because I remember when Fan Forced It came out, people were making fun of the fact that the guy who plays the Thing,
Jamie
in that movie,
Bell,
he's not that big.
No. Yeah, Jamie Bell. Yeah, kind of makes sense. Have the big friend bodyguard to protect the nerd, right?
Right. But like the Thing isn't this like giant monster though. That's the thing. He's a regular size, or maybe like a little bit taller, and he's a rock monster.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because you always see like him when he's fighting the Hulk, like he's much smaller than the Hulk.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
He was never just a hair taller than him. No, it was like he was significantly smaller. So,
I don't know. We got some great. What else? I mean,
what else was there?
Let's just hope Marvel. Let's hope Guardians is a positive step in Marvel's direction.
Well, here's the thing: even if Guardians is great, that still won't give me faith, because I trust James Gunn more than I trust all these other directors in general.
And you got Secret Invasion, and then we don't know what's happening with Loki or Ironheart, but we're helping Marvel's.
Because here's the thing: for many people, because Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is the end of the Guardians, for them that'll be probably their ending for Marvel.
A lot of people consider the Guardians the best trilogy of the MCU.
Well, yeah, so like for them, this probably will be the end of for them in the MCU. Like,
without spoiling anything, this is weird. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but the movie is weird. Okay, they set up two things, but it seems like one thing is going to go forward and not the thing you expect. I don't understand it, and if you stay at the ending, there's a big hint that there's a specific character who probably has a significant role in the upcoming Avengers movies, which I don't understand why that character would be in the Avengers movies. I don't understand that. I get it. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm trying to be vague.
Oh no. Of course I'm gonna stay for the credits. You gotta
No, but like you know how they do the will return. So there's one
Yeah.
character that gets will return.
The way you
This
said
one
it says Will
character.
returns. Will returns. Are you? Wait, I know.
Well, this one character will return.
Yeah,
I
we know it's
guess
not Gamora because she's done.
The hold on. Yeah, that character is done. Hold on, I'm looking at.
It's not Drax because he's done too.
The Guardians always did feel like its own thing.
And don't be surprised if nobody dies. Okay, like don't be surprised.
Yeah, I have no comment to say of that.
Oh,
I know what happens in the movie now, so I have no comment.
why did you do that to yourself, Vlad? Why do you want to be spoiled?
I had to know.
But doesn't
It's not gonna bother me because this is the type of movie that if you know what's going to happen, it actually won't bother you.
Howard the Duck is going to defeat Kang.
Oh my god! Could you
Howard,
imagine?
the variants of Howard the Duck. the Duck Howard the Duck dynasty.
Oh man!
That's hilarious.
Well. Can I say this other rumor that is like really random?
Yes,
That they're making another Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Oh,
That
yeah, I
has
heard
nothing
this.
to do with the 2021 game. But it's not a Guardians of the Galaxy game. It just has one member. And so it's being developed by the people who made Callisto Protocol. And the character it sounds like it's a Rocket Raccoon game. That's what I can gather.
Bradley Cooper voicing. Okay.
The person's like, I don't have a source on this. The thing is, the only reason why I put it out there is it's so random, and the people who made Callisto Protocol are a new studio, so I assume they have multiple projects going on. But I don't mind a Rocket Raccoon game, but it does seem weird that this has nothing to do with the game that literally just came out.
By the way, Degrassi has seen Guardians.
Right. Well,
Screaming.
Degrassi knows what I'm talking about then.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I get why the character would come back. Duh. But at the same time, why not the rest of them? Or at least 3 of them, like the 3 most significant ones. Mantis could come back too because she technically in the comics has a role with Kang. I know they probably wouldn't do that. It's really weird, but it kind of makes sense.
Well, could it be possible that like the fight against Kane that they could possibly recruit whoever survives this film or could possibly stay on to help, and that could be their end for those specific characters?
Well, there are whispers about a Guardians 4 movie.
I don't think they'll make a Guardians 4 movie. I think they will make it'll be a spin-off team.
I'm gonna just give me Angela. Angela. No, but
What is it? Is it the Annihilators? Is that it could either be the Annihilators or I can see them doing Guardians 300 without Yondu. Even though they're the original Guardians, but they renamed them.
What else is there to talk about? Oh, there's lots of stuff to talk about.
Degrassi says that game kind of makes sense considering the movie and what comes next. No,
It's not. I don't think the game is gonna be anything canon to the.
Does it though? I don't really understand though. So are they doing 2 separate things now with the Guardians?
MCU has never really done anything with video games.
No. He's saying considering the movie,
Oh,
right? So I'm saying I understand. This is spoilers. That's what I'm saying. I understand, but at the same time, do you really? Would you want to see that in a movie, like with Rocket Raccoon? I don't know. Like without James Gunn, I don't know.
well, it depends on the director. I mean, It may not be the same magic, obviously, right? It's
I
hard.
thought they were going to make a Rocket Raccoon and Groot TV show. That's
That'd be
what I thought they
hilarious.
were going to do.
That'd be funny. Yeah, but does Bradley Cooper want to do that? It's Vin Diesel.
Free
I
money,
mean, yeah, for
Money.
doing nothing.
doing nothing. Yeah, they
Well,
just come in and
Bradley
talk.
Cooper would be doing all the work.
I don't know. To me, it does seem like the Guardians, like this is it. Like they're not gonna come back, except for like a few of them. I'm talking from a marketing perspective. Another character taking the spotlight for a minute. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Then
So-
yeah, I guess that would make sense. Yes.
This is not a topic on my description, but who do you want? Like Lois Lane.
I
Who do you
don't
want
know.
for?
I have
No, you don't
clue.
know.
No, I don't know either.
Any,
I don't know for Superman, for Jimmy Olsen, for anybody. I really
I
don't
want-
know.
At this point, I'm just gonna let James Gunn work his magic.
I want
Yeah.
somebody that's able. I want somebody that's Lois Lane is able to capture the magic that Margaret Kidder had.
You know what? Okay, hold on. There is one person I would not mind. Do I think it's gonna happen? No, I think she might be. Well, she's not that old. She's 30. Okay. Jessica Henwick. I don't mind that.
Jessica Henry.
That's my choice as Lois Lane. I don't think it's gonna happen, but she's been in more movies now, so I don't see.
Yeah, she's been in a lot
Why?
of stuff. I'm with you there, Jessica Henwick. She should go there.
That's probably like
mean,
the only person I could think of off the top of my
Do you
head.
remember she was going to be? She was offered to be in Shang-Chi, but she turned on the role. I think
Right.
I'm not sure what she's not Aquafina's role. I think she might have been a sister's role.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know
would
what
make
role-
sense if she
Right?
was the sister.
Yeah. So, but she said she turned it down because she was hoping like Iron Fist, all that. You know,
Would
like
continue, right?
yeah, like here's the thing, don't continue Iron Fist with.
Her character gets the powers though at the ending. That's why I think she wanted to continue.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, I know it's the same universe as Daredevil, but Daredevil was loved. Iron Fist wasn't.
Right. I mean, she wasn't that bad in Iron Fist. I can't.
No.
If there's one good thing, it was her. But I mean, I just can see her as Lois Lane. Like the thing is, if you look at her career right now, like she's been in things where you're like, okay, this is like a good, healthy mix of projects. Where I'm like, I kind of see. The thing is, the only reason why it might not work is I think she wants to be like more of an action role, which you can't really do that.
Which Lois Lane really? Yeah,
She would be more the love interest. So
she does like she knows how to fight. I'm pretty sure she's trained.
right.
And yeah, she's been in a lot of action roles, like Jessica Henwick. Jessica Henwick as Colleen Wing, right? That's her name, right? So she was in Game of Thrones.
Margaret
She was
Qualley would be interesting. I could see that. That kind of makes sense.
yeah. Anybody's opposite of Amy Adams as Lois Lane is good for me because she was.
I don't know.
She
I
didn't-
really don't know about that David. I don't. All the fan casting for Superman, like I just can't see it. He looks like Superman, but like there's something like I feel like you have to get someone who you like. They don't really look like Superman, but when you actually put them in the makeup and everything, you're like, oh shit, like they actually are Superman, right? It's kind of like you couldn't really see Robert Pattinson as Batman, or you couldn't really see Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, but it kind of just like works. You're like, this is interesting. I mean, the same thing with Ben Affleck. People don't remember, but like people shadow over Ben Affleck. But it's like when you think about it, Ben Affleck is Batman. It's not a bad idea. right? It just sort of depends on like the direction, right?
Yeah.
I agree, Famar. Most of the suggestions I think have been awful. They're just not there. I don't think they're there. I don't think they really pop. It needs to be someone who like I could see something to that. Like that actually might work.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's gonna be an actor. You know when Grace Randolph said Logan Lerman or whatever his name was. I was like, you know what? His look, he kind of looks like Superman, but I think he's just too small. I think he needs someone
He
that
needs
needs
a
to have
pro
like
muscle, at least some.
yeah.
Like,
I think, and also too,
um,
I think some people see him as a kid still, even though obviously he's not.
he's no, he's
Right?
far away from that. Percy Jackson was decades ago, man. Like,
Yeah, I
No, it
know,
was
but
like
that's
it
how
was a
I still see
decade
him.
ago. It's only been 1 decade.
yeah.
Right? But like
But he was
that
pretty. I
image
think.
never
I
goes
think
away. That's the thing.
the thing is, he wasn't even a teenager. He wasn't even a teenager in Percy Jackson. I think he was like a young adult, wasn't he? How old?
Might have been.
Maybe.
Oh, he's 31 years old. Percy Jackson.
Someone who's 5'10" could still play
2010.
Superman.
So 13 years ago, he was 18. So he was. He was just
It's
an adult.
someone who's here's the thing that you have to understand. If they're really tall, that's I don't think that's gonna work either, because then you have to get someone who can actually put on muscle. That's why Henry Cavill works. Henry Cavill's not super tall. I think
You
he's
know,
maybe like
you
5'11".
you want to know something, guys? You know, Superman and Batman are just as tall as each other.
In the comics. I
Yeah,
thought Superman was like supposed to be like
an inch
really
taller.
tall.
He's about he's an
Okay.
inch tall. I think Superman's like 6'3" and Batman's like 6'2", isn't he?
Right, but you can't necessarily, like, people always get hooked up on the heights, and it's like
Yeah.
first off, one the higher you go up, the harder it is to build muscle. The second thing is the camera and framing. It's harder to frame actors who are really tall with someone who's really short. These are all things that you have to consider. It's like, so someone who's 5'10" will look better and will look probably taller to people, and they won't even know. That's why I say Henry Cavill is not like what do
Here's
things
the
people
thing.
think Henry Cavill is? No,
Here's the
that's
thing.
not that's not true. That's not
It
necessary.
actually will slow
Finbar, you
you
should know
down.
that's not true. Come on,
Yeah.
like, not anybody could put on muscle, right? Like, if you have a good frame, you can put on a good size of muscle, right? But someone who's really skinny is gonna have, like, if their body's just naturally skinny, they're gonna have a harder time. That's where you have the different body types. Like, it's not gonna work. You need someone with a good frame. They have to be a decent height, and then they have to have the look, and then they also have to act. That's extremely hard to cast.
No, Finbar. They said they want to start filming
January, I think.
Yeah. So no, but that's less than a year. Because
Yeah.
they're scheduled. They want to get out in 2025. Remember, so they got to start filming it like at least next year.
Yeah, and I think he wants to give some room for the CGI, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's gonna be important.
And movie.
You
here's
can
the thing.
do it, like Finbar. Like, you can do it, but here's the thing: like, not everybody can do it.
You don't want to juice up
Even
too
with
much.
steroids.
It's not healthy for you, man. It slows you down too.
But even with steroids, like, you could see someone who's jacked, but they're not like wide jacked. Like, they have like a really wide frame. I think someone who's playing Superman needs a wide frame, right? Well, yeah, it's already in previs. Okay, that's interesting. I assume
It is a pre-production and all that. It is.
Well, no, previs, like when they do the 3D rendering, and they have to, like, they're basically building out what the CGI is gonna look like, right? Because then when they're on set, you can see the previs with the actor. Like, you can, like, merge them together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the stuff I want to do. That stuff is interesting. The previs and the virtual production stuff.
What's it?
But if you go and you look, Finbar, though, like, there's a lot of people who, like, you're like, oh, you're like 6'2", but they're super skinny, and then they try to put on the weight, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like there's just some like it really comes down to like genes, right? So if you're casting for all these different variables, you're already gonna narrow down a very specific person, right? And so it's
Mhm. And
like
also,
I
you have to
assume
eat.
casting is really hard. It's really
And
hard.
these people, they also eat a lot of calories too. Like,
Yeah. You got to put on a lot of weight. I mean, they're going to do the cycle, right? Cuz if they're getting cast and then production's supposed to start in January, you can't realistically put on like 20 pounds of muscle within, 7 to 8 months. You really can't, right? It's more like a year and a half maybe, right? If you're doing it like naturally. So,
yeah, you have to sustain it.
yeah, like, and then he's gonna obviously this actor is gonna be doing this for years and years and years.
That's
So it has to
actually
be someone young. In retrospect, yeah, it has to be someone very young.
yeah, when you get to your 40s, it's harder to maintain that.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, even in the 30s, it's harder to maintain it. It's
Yeah, it. I mean, well, working out in general just naturally is hard to maintain. Like,
yeah,
if you want to have the Superman look and you want to be super cut, how many people? This is another thing. I mean, I've talked about this before. Like, how many people are really cut and lean where you can see they have a six pack and then they have massive muscles? Like, that's like super unrealistic for most people, right? It's even unrealistic for an actor. Like,
hmm
it's just crazy.
most actors, they do it for a role, and they know the side. You know what? I gotta lose some of this because it makes it.
Yeah. Look at Chris Evans. Chris Evans is not jacked anymore.
No,
And again, Chris Evans is like what 5'11". Some of these actors are not like people think they're like I don't know like 6'2" or whatever. It's like no, they're really not. They couldn't be. Like they don't. They wouldn't have the shape. Oh
by the
my
way, you
god.
spell her last name wrong. It's Kunis.
Oh my god. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh my god.
I don't want her
Jeez.
as Mark Wahlberg as Superman. I can't imagine.
No. I need a break from Mark Wahlberg in certain franchises. Like
Mark
Wahlberg as
he
Superman.
was in the Bad Planet of the Apes. Hey, what are you doing over there, monkey? And then
my
like he was in Transformers.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine her as? How can you imagine? Like, it'd be like Luther. You stop causing trouble.
Oh god. Oh my god.
You got a problem with me, Luther? You want to take it up with me?
Who should even play Lex Luthor?
Robert Downey Jr. Remember, everybody thought he was
Oh,
going to be
man.
Lex Luthor because he has his head bald, shaved bald head. You know, I do think he actually could play a good Lex Luthor, though.
He probably could.
But does he want to do another franchise? Like, does he want to do if you're playing Lex Luthor in the DC, you're probably signing up for a franchise. You're not doing a one
Yeah,
time.
you're signing up for a franchise. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he want to do that again? Like, what? Spend another decade?
Yeah. I can't think of I can't really think of it's this new Superman, the legacy. This is like going to be really hard for casting. Like it's either going to be super unique and we're all going to be like blown away by his choices, but
Well, you know whoever's gonna get cast, a certain fandom is gonna be like, not my Superman.
oh god.
What was wrong with Henry Cavill?
They got to just ignore that, man.
Here's
This is
the
getting out
problem.
of hand.
Henry Cavill looked like Superman. I thought he did a decent job as Superman, but Henry Cavill. Oh, I said this earlier in the stream. If you really down to the nitty gritty of it, he's not really a good actor.
Yeah. That's the unfortunate part.
Yeah, did you see like apparently Zach had an early idea to have Zeus and other gods as Kryptonians?
Yeah.
Oh
we
my-
were talking about that on
It's
Twitter.
not a bad it's not a bad idea, but Zack Snyder he would.
It's a Zach's. It's the thing is like because I'm like once he said that I was like wait a minute, That was a rumor. I remember this rumor because
Yeah.
I was back then. I was pissed. That's a dumb idea. Why are you gonna make Wonder Woman a Kryptonian, right? And I'm like, that's where that rumor came from. They were going to do something like that, and that's why they were like, "Oh, Wonder Woman's a Kryptonian." It's like, well, yeah, by that logic, she would be, right? Because she's a descendant from the gods, right?
Patty Jenkins just decided to go in a different area.
I think that was, what Degrassi was saying it because
Yeah, he told me
David, what's his name? David Goyer, right? David Goyer was writing Batman versus Superman, and then he left, and then they who else did they
Terrio
have?
came on?
Someone, I guess it was Chris Terrio. Then I thought there was someone in between. It was a David. Yeah, it does sound like a David Goyer idea, because in my opinion, it's the
If
idea is
if it's Goyer, it might be a good idea because Goyer is a good writer.
To me, when I heard the idea, I'm like, that it doesn't sound like a Zack Snyder idea. That sounds like something that was like, you had to have known that it was a trope, and it was something that also Jack Kirby used. That's a very specific kind of trope where it's like, oh, the ancient gods. Like, you see that everywhere. The ancient gods influenced us, right? Or they came down to Earth and they started meddling with us, like Prometheus and how there's a bunch of stories like that. So, and like I said, Jack Kirby used it a lot. The new gods. He was gonna do that with Asgard and the
Asgard.
Eternals.
Asgard.
You know what I mean.
Did they call that in the movies? Asgard.
They made that joke.
Did they make that? Did they make it in the MCU? That joke? Oh,
maybe it was in the worst one, Dark World.
I don't know what's a big idea. Like look in the MCU. There's a big idea. There's for the first time in Guardians, you got to use the F word in an MCU movie. I'm like, who cares? Who cares for the first time? Like, so what? So what?
How many superhero pitches does David Goyer have? Because I know he was working on a Flash movie. Was he also like had ideas for like a Wonder Woman movie and an Aquaman movie? Because he was the one that was like trying to like make it grounded.
As much as we give Christopher Nolan credit for the Batman movies, the Dark Knight movies, didn't David Goyer write them?
Yes, or at least the Dark Knight. He didn't write the Dark Knight Rises, right? That's what it was. I think it was Christopher Nolan and his brother. Which listen, Christopher Nolan is not a good writer. I think we got to keep it real. He's not a good writer. I mean, his brother is the better writer, in my opinion. Clearly, he is, right? Christopher Nolan's a better director. That's just, I'm sure that's a hot take, but yeah.
Oh man, but he did do Ghostwire, Spirit of Vengeance, David Goyer.
Yeah.
Well, he has a lot of bad movies that he wrote. Blade Trinity.
Rick.
Terminator Dark Fate. Dark Knight Batman Begins, Dark Knight. Oh, he has a lot of bad movies on his resume he wrote.
I never heard that idea from Bar. I did hear some pitch from Mark Millar, but I didn't know it was like
I want
a specific pitch.
Give Kevin Smith to do his Superman movie. Just do it.
Oh God,
Nicholas, look. I'm curious. Like, we were this close to getting a Nicolas Cage Superman movie. I wonder how funny that would be. you even see what you saw what he looked like.
By the way, I have this Supermax script somewhere. Wasn't that leaked? Isn't that out there somewhere? I could swore this was. I'm even gonna go look in my Google Drive. I have like dozens of scripts. I could have swore that was that one. Hold on. There has. Hold on.
I can't believe I just what it is. Oh my God.
Shit, did someone say the link is dead? Hold on. Because I found it on Reddit. I have the script right here. Wait. But this is it the Escape from Supermax Degrassi? Because this one is not saying David's Goya.
Oh my god.
How's it only 10 o'clock?
I know, it feels like we've been talking for a long time, huh?
Yeah. I thought it was like 12 or something. I was like, geez. George is like I'm sure George is passed out. He's like, so what the heck's going on?
George.
Huh? The Zack Snyder confirmed the Snyderverse was restored?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Imagine you wake up and you're in a new timeline and the conversation changes and we're talking about
Why is Zack Snyder get Snyder Con? How come no director has a hey? Well, we're gonna start Gun Con.
Degrassi.
No,
It
that's
says
a
Justin
solid.
Marks on the script.
No, people are gonna think that's a Second Amendment thing, not even like
I know.
James
We'll
Gunn.
put the extra N there. Don't worry. Okay, we'll do DC Con. We'll invite James Gunn over. We'll
Oh my
invite.
god.
And I'll be able to, and I'll see if Arkham's Missing Patients will arrive to disrupt it.
I'll put the posters up on the wall.
Oh my. Oh, yo, I guarantee you, Zack Snyder was probably like when he met them, he was like, "Who are these weird people? Like, just like trying to be nice."
Oh my.
He doesn't even know
And
who they
they
are.
okay.
They're freaks. I would have told him. I would have told Zack Snyder. I would told Zack, these guys, they're liars, they're grifters, they're homophobes, they're racist. I would tell him right there. And I'll show him proof. Be like, this is true, huh? Get out of here.
Degrassi, how come they never made this movie? Because I seen other people saying that they were excited when they announced it, and this was like in the early 2000s or maybe mid 2000s. I can't remember.
I like this. Cost Snyder fans whatever you want, but they pay $400 ticket per ticket plus travel and hotel to see a movie they probably already own on DVD. Real DC fans won't even drive into town to watch a brand new DC flick.
It's too bad they couldn't show up to help get Snyder's movies to $1 billion.
I'll say this.
Oh my god!
I'll say this, guys. If the Russos had their own con, and they showed all 4 movies from Winter Soldier to Endgame, I bet you get people driving down to that and pay $400 tickets for that. Do you agree?
Yeah, probably.
But here's
Maybe
the thing:
more.
are people
Maybe even
that,
more.
that are people that are people that maybe love the Russo brother Marvel movies as obsessed with them as the Snyder fans are obsessed with Snyder's films?
Yeah. Well, it has a big, but it's a big market. But it has more.
Because look, I love all 4 of the Russo brothers Marvel movies, but I'm not obsessed with them.
Yeah, that's a good point, George. That's a good point.
You'll be surprised.
The thing is, like, I don't see people saying like, you know what, like Infinity War, the Russo brothers should direct every Marvel movie. Period.
I still want to know, was
that's not my
Victoria
point,
Alonso talking about the Russo brothers?
You're right, George. You're right about that. But my point is, if the Russos decide to have an event where they're going to show all 4 of their Marvel movies, I guarantee you get people driving down.
Sure.
But also, like, is there going to be a charity with it? Because a lot of people like to use the excuse, well, we're doing this for charity, going to SnyderCon.
But I'm the one thing I want to know is, was Victoria?
They would do it for Star Wars also. If George Lucas decides to do a Star Wars, all 3 films, Star fans would go down. I guarantee.
Yeah.
Well, you would definitely see geeks and gamers go down there and be like, we're going to support real Star Wars.
The Russo brothers, in my opinion, are very shady though. Like, how do you have like the highest or some of the highest rated MCU movies, but you can't make any other good movies outside of the MCU? Something doesn't make sense there. Like, I'm very suspicious of these directors. Did they direct this movie?
I guarantee you, if Christopher Nolan, I guarantee you, if Christopher Nolan came out and said, I'm going to have a con and show all my 3 Dark Knight movies, Batman movies, I guarantee you the same thing would happen. I know. Dark Knight Rises standing, but like, same thing would happen.
I feel like compared to other fan bases, the Snyder fans are just more obsessed than any other fans.
That's interesting to grasp.
They are, but the thing is, the general audience, the general audience,
And the thing is,
the general audience, you might actually find more of a hardcore audience in the general audience, though.
And the thing is, it's like a lot of them are only going to this thing to try to like prove a point that, hey,
yes, they are.
We're like, here's the thing: you don't really need to prove a point with the Dark Knight trilogy or the original Star Wars or the Russo brothers Marvel films, because those three things I just talked about, they're pretty well received for the most part. Like, even though, regardless of how I feel about Dark Knight Rises, 2 out of 3 of those Dark Knight trilogy movies are well received and loved.
And they're not going. And here, Degrassi, they're probably not going to do it. I don't think they're going to do it.
Why? But why wouldn't they though? That's what I'm saying. This is what I kept saying.
They don't deserve it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't mind picking up a comic, or
as long as it's not Zack Snyder. As long as it's not Zack Snyder writing it.
I don't know about Zack Snyder writing it, but if it's Zack Snyder just plotting it in the story and someone filling in the blanks, I just want to see some of it. Like, I'm not a hardcore Snyder fan. I don't really like Snyder, but I did say that I was interested in the ending of the Snyder cut. That point I was like, I actually want to see what would happen because I'm curious. With the new story, not the one that we know, the new story, not the crap that was written on the damn whiteboard. I don't want none of that. That was a bad idea. Restart.
Yeah, this is true, Degrassi. I believe you here. I really do think this is true. That's why they get these no-name directors to direct their movies. So something's to get a no-name.
But Victoria Alonso said this exact same thing.
Yeah.
She told another director, but she used a specific director, and she said that director didn't even direct a movie.
Which director? Did she name it or no?
She did, but it's censored. No one knows what director she was talking about. So I want to know which director she was talking about. But people are saying that might be thrown. It might be a red herring because there are multiple.
You think it's the Russos?
But you know the Captain Marvel directors. There's 2 of them. So why would you say just one director if there's been multiple directors working on one movie?
And the thing is, Captain Marvel was not that loved of a movie. You really can't call those directors hacks if they didn't really make that good of a movie.
Right. I just want to know. I just want to know who was she referring to? Because why would she say that to this other director? Like it was almost like in spite. She was like, "Oh, these directors didn't even make the movie," and it was one of their most successful movies. So which one? We get it. All the Marvel movies are successful, but she was referring to like a top 5 successful movies that they made.
I think it has to be.
That's why I think it's the Russo brothers she was referring to.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with, the Russo brothers.
Because here's the thing.
They had like 2 or 3 of the top 5 movies.
Yes.
Civil War, Winter Soldier, and Infinity War.
Their their most successful movies were 3 of them are directed by the Russo brothers. So,
4 of them, if you really think about it, in terms of success.
Well, 3 of them made $1 billion worldwide. Yeah. All 4 of them got great reviews.
Yeah.
The comment that she was referring to that these movies were more successsul at the box office. So they're $1 billion movies.
So they have to be. They definitely have to be either Civil War or the 2 Avenger movies after that.
And this was a director. Either she was referring to a director who was relatively new, and so the theory is that she was either talking to Ryan Coogler, saying this, right? I don't know if she was telling Ryan Coogler that the Russo brothers didn't make the movie. I don't know. It was a director who was relatively new, and she said that too. That's the context. We don't know who was who. It pisses me off because I want to know.
She's spilling all the tea. She's really pissed off at Marvel.
No, she didn't say this. She told this to someone, and this person said it in. Was it a Deadline article? This was when she got fired. This came out.
She's really pissed off.
That's another theory. People are saying it's John Watts. But the thing is, John Watts.
Wouldn't that be?
Could you say John Watts really was working
If it's John Watts, wouldn't Sony also have some interference in that?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Mm.
something makes me think it was not John Watts. It was something really makes me go, man. It must be the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers.
Holy shit!
The Russo brothers, just there's something off about them. I don't understand how these directors made the best MCU movies, quote unquote, but they can't make a good movie outside of it. They can't. Some of the movies they produce hit and miss. I know people like Extraction. I really don't care for it. I am excited to watch the second movie though, but every other movie, I want to believe it's the Russo brothers, man.
I wouldn't say it's John Watts because John Watts is kind of under Sony technically. Wouldn't he be?
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, if it's John Watts, he's made. I really want to know. I want to know the timing when this was said. I want to know who the director was. I want to know which movie they said they didn't even direct the movie. I want to know who. I need to know who, because this may change our perception. If it's a movie that everybody likes, what are we gonna think about that? That the best MCU movie wasn't even directed by those directors.
Yeah, it's
That's
thundering
crazy.
outside, and I think like the thunder was so loud it caused a car alarm to go off.
Oh, I
That
thought
was
you were
just
gonna
crazy.
say. I thought you were gonna say the thunder was saying. The Russo
No,
brothers.
no. What happened was like a big thunder just boomed out, and a car
Oh my
alarm just went
God.
off.
Wow.
That's crazy. Maybe it is John Watson and Degrassi. That's interesting.
What?
I mean, John
That's what?
Watts also has $2 billion Spider-Man movies, like 3
Right.
well-received Spider-Man movies. Oh, Far From Home, even though it didn't make not Far From Home, Homecoming didn't make $1 billion, but it still made over $800 million.
The way it was, the thing is, if that logic makes sense, right? It's the framing of it, like I need to know the timing, right? Because if this is before Endgame, right, then it can't be John Watts. John Watts' movie is not in the top 5 MCU movies, right? The only ones the other thing would be it's the Captain Marvel directors, because what was their movie? They've never really made a decent movie before. I know they made that movie with what's his name? He's in Captain Marvel too. What's his name? Lord, what? Oh my God, what's the actor's name? Australian guy. He's in Rogue One. What's his name? The actor.
Rogue One.
Who's gonna help me?
Diego.
No,
Which one?
the Australian guy. He's in Captain Marvel too.
Oh, Australian guy.
He's in a movie with him and Ryan Reynolds, and the Captain Marvel directors made that movie.
The Australian guy in Captain Marvel. Who is the Australian guy in Captain Marvel?
The Australian guy from.
Lee Pace?
No, not Lee Pace.
Not the one. Not Jude Law. Not Clark Gregg. Ben Mendelsohn.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Oh, Talos, right? Talos
Yes.
actor, right? Yes, he was. Yes, he was Rogue One. Yeah.
But Ben Mendelsohn is Australian. No, yes, he is. Ben Mendelsohn. Thank you. Ben Mendelsohn was in that movie with those directors, and what have they directed after Captain Marvel? Maybe it's them. I think it might be them. Let's see. Didn't they also, the directors, didn't they split up? They're not a directing duo anymore? Or did I misread that? Freaky Tales, to be determined, is their next movie. They haven't directed a movie since Captain Marvel.
Wow.
Maybe it's them. There's
Now I'm wondering. It sounds like them.
did they directed a TV show 2020, Miss America. Never heard of the show. It's on FX. To be determined, Master of the Air. It's a World War II Apple TV Plus show. Weird. Like, why did they get those directors to direct Captain Marvel? Like, what did they see in them? I didn't understand that.
Captain Marvel. Who was it? I remember the Captain Marvel director. Who was it?
Uh,
It changed directors. I know that. Who was the director again? Anna
Anna
Boden, Ryan
Boden,
Fleck.
Ryan Fleck. I want to butcher the Boden. That's a weird last name. It's weird. Are they? They're like just a duo. They direct. That's so weird. These directors, they made $1 billion movie, and they
can't get any work.
They can't get any work. Does that make sense? That doesn't. I don't get that.
Or at least, like, we don't have heard anything to get something. I don't know.
Degrassi says, I don't think it would be a story unless it was one of their A-listers. That's why I
Didn't the Marvels get the Candyman director?
Yes, Anna DaCosta, is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's a bad director.
No. We'll see, man. Like, we'll see, right?
But if it's the Russo brothers, that's a big.
That's a huge red flag for the Russos, because that shows how the Russos are not really as good as they.
That means that all those, either Captain America or Infinity War and Endgame, those were all directed by basically Kevin Feige and the whole producing team.
It means Kevin Feige is a genius of a director.
And they just Could you imagine that was a thing?
He was shadow directing it.
Man, that would be crazy. I would genuinely laugh, because
I'm sure he did pull that shit. He probably wouldn't put. He did. I bet you if it's a more experienced director, he wouldn't put that shit off with James Gunn or Sam Raimi or anybody like that.
The thing is, the Russo brothers, like, they just talk so much where it seems like they flip flop. I'm not sure if you pay attention.
You know what?
But Twitter loves to go after the Russo brothers, and I think they have a case. I don't know which one it is. It might be Joe, but Joe's very active on Twitter. One of them is. Yeah, one of them is. But have you noticed they say things that don't make sense? Didn't one vouch for AI? Yeah, but even that, there was one that said, what did he say? He said something. It was during the pandemic. They were like, "Oh, theaters are going away," and then recently in an article they said, "Oh, theaters are here to stay. They're here to stay." It's like, what? It's like, how come why did you guys flip all of a sudden now? Right? Like, oh, because your Netflix movie bombed? That's why you're flipping? I'm telling you, something's off with the Russo brothers. Something is off. I like the movies they made, but something is off. Something is off. No, Russo brothers are not doing Secret Wars. No. Aren't they both? I think it's Joe who's so active on Twitter. Like, Joe Russo's like, who knows? I want some, I want the tea. I need the drama, the insider baseball on the Russo brothers. Every time I see someone tweet on Twitter about them, I'm always like clicking and reading. I'm like, I have to see something. I need that. Is this really? Is this really a public?
Wait. Oh, I just noticed Marcus is in the chat.
Yeah, he's okay really... though. You're good, Marcus. Don't misbehave. Is Russo directing any movie now? Because Joe Russo's so active. Like, really, I think they might have a upcoming movie that they're directing. Like, how is Joe Russo only have 14? Like, look, how does a guy like that have only 14,000 subscribers after making all those Marvel movies? I'm sorry, if you make Endgame, Civil War, Winter Soldier, and in Infinity War, should you have like more than 14,000? They have like 15 upcoming, like all these like random projects. Like, they're working on a Butch Cassidy and Sundance. Like Joe Russo
Joe Russo in his bio doesn't even put Russo in his bio doesn't even put the Marvel movies in it.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
That's weird. Holy, their list.
he says there
They
are
have
two
a
Joe
lot of
Russos. I don't know.
the
you're
newest Amazon show that just came out last week. They're making a spinoff to that show.
right. Two of
Or
them.
am I like not misunderstanding? Because there's hold on. No, that is a spinoff show. What the hell?
Yeah. Okay.
Something is off, man. Something's off with the Russo brothers.
Wait, that's there's two of them. You're right.
And then the two upcoming directing projects, they have the Electric State, which always irked me. I was
Degrassi, like Degrassi, Sister Strike is really official tomorrow, and obviously they prepare beforehand.
there are two Joe Russos in Hollywood. Are you looking up? I am looking up the right. This is. I know I'm looking up the right one. Well, I'm looking at Anthony Russo's IMDb right now.
What movies are making next? It's gonna flop.
They only have, unless Joe. Hold on, I'll look at Joe. But this one I was excited for because I like the artists. Simon's. It's a Scandinavian last name. I'm gonna butcher this, but his art is like all over the place. Can I get a pronunciation of how to say this? I'm gonna butcher it. That's not how you pronounce that. That's weird. Okay. Stalinhog. Just weird. Stalinhog. Doesn't look like. Okay, Stalinhog. Yeah, Simon Stalinhog. If you look up his art, and there's an Amazon show called The Tales from the Loop. His art is really cool. Probably one of the most like unique art. Like it definitely screams it needs to be a movie, right? It's kind of like H.R. Geiger. You should really look it up though. He has some interesting stuff. So the Russo brothers are gonna take his art and turn it into a movie, and it's called The Electric State, which is the name of the art book. The Simon Stay, the guy's art book. I just mental block on the last name. Oh my god!
So you gotta watch Barry, don't you? Is this tonight?
Yes, Barry is tonight.
Did you miss it already?
No, it's okay. I'm gonna make something to eat and I'll watch it. Who is in this movie? Who's in The Electric State? Because
I am.
No way. This has got to be. This is someone messing with IMDb, right?
Notice my comment here. I noticed your comment.
Hold on. The Electric State. The 2024 movie. No way. Really? It says Chris Pratt is in this movie.
Chris Pratt? Oh, Garfield? Okay.
So there's supposed to be a lot of people in this movie, actually. Like Millie Bobby Brown, Anthony Mackie, Michelle Yeoh is in this. Why? Something about that casting list. I don't know if that's entirely accurate.
Oh, you know what? End it soon. Did you see Twisted Metal?
I did see it.
What do you think? It's a little teaser. It's not like a.
I thought it was decent.
Yeah.
I've never really played Twisted Metal.
I'm with you. I never played it either. Like I played it a little bit. It's just not my thing. You, George?
No, I never played it.
It's a Peacock, right, in the States.
Electric State is done after a delay. Huh.
We don't know. I don't know where we can watch Twisted Metal here anyway.
I'm gonna watch it. I don't know how we can watch it though. Where are they gonna put it on?
VPN. I don't know if we can.
I hope they put it on something. Like just drop it on Crave for us. I wonder who has a deal with Universal here.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Or it just might go to Netflix for us. I don't know, or Amazon. That's what they usually do. Like Stargirl is on Amazon for us. Is that for
Yeah,
like,
but
in the States?
yeah, but Stargo was you could watch Stargo on TV though, like weekly.
Right.
Yeah,
But I think it was. Wait, it was weekly for us. I thought it
yeah,
was
when it
on
first came out, yeah, on
Okay.
CTV, whatever it is, Space Channel, whatever it is, Space
Okay, I
Science
didn't
Channel.
know.
Yeah. We got Anthony Mack. We got the Sweet Tooth guy, who's the clown. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, we got the. I do want to see the Electric State. I don't know if it's gonna be a good movie, but I like the guy's art. It's really unique, and I hope that movie's good. I'm just confused by the cast. I mean, that seems like a big cast. Like, there's a lot of interesting people. I mean, it's saying some people have like just voice roles.
You got Jason
Like,
Alexander.
Like this movie better be good because this cast looks really good.
Jason Alexander from Jason Alexander. If Mole Man was a villain for MCU, Jason Alexander is Mole Man. Okay, he's Mole Man.
Hmm.
Oh, do you know? I'm gonna end this soon. There's a clip. You know Andy Kaufman. There was a clip. I just saw this clip a long time ago, back in the 80s. You know Michael Richards from Seinfeld, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, Michael Richards. This is 1981. DeGrasse, you might know this. There was a skit. Going on where Andy Kaufman and a woman, I forgot the actress, and Michael Richards were in a restaurant, right? The skit was a restaurant, right? And Andy Kaufman still went off script, did all this other stuff. Like, that was not part of the skit. It still went off, right? It really pissed off Michael Richards. I don't know if it was fake. Some people said it was fake. Some people think it was real. It was a work. Probably. Andy Kaufman likes to do that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Yeah. But what else is there? I don't know.
Well,
Gladiator.
I mean, this is gaming news. I don't think you guys might care, but this is a big deal. Xbox always failing, man. Xbox always failing.
What is this? What you talked about last night, Tony?
I think maybe we mentioned the game. It's Redfall. Apparently, Redfall is not good. Wow, what a shocker!
Oh, it comes out Tuesday.
Yeah, and the reviews go up tomorrow, which is red flag.
A day before, yeah.
A day before. So someone broke embargo, and this guy's like a big Xbox dude. He said the game is not good. He said he's playing on this is crazy. He's playing on a PC with the 3070, and it's only running the game at 24 frames.
Wow.
So there's gonna be controversy next week. Oh boy.
At least it's free, right? On Game Pass.
Yeah, I guess. But if the game runs bad, like why
I know.
Because there's a whole controversy now with Jedi Survivor running like really bad on PC.
I'm not surprised. You know what? That happens a lot. It's very common, though. Isn't that very common?
It's not that it's common. It's just that the first game like didn't run as well too, and it had the exact same problems. So people were kind of pissed because they're like, "Why didn't you learn your lesson?" Right?
So it's called Friday. Thank you, Degrassi. Yeah, like the Batman. Like I know a lot of games have problem on their PC stuff.
Not all games, but it seems like most games now. Like The Last of Us, obviously Jedi Survivor. Also, Jedi Survivor had problems on the console if you played it on performance.
Well, yeah. Well, we're in this, but you know the guys, we go about a little bit less than 2 weeks, about 12 days. You got Zelda.
Yeah, that's the only thing I care about. I got the collector's edition. I'll play Jedi Survivor when it's all patched. I wasn't gonna buy a day one anyway, but
I've been so addicted to replaying Breath of the Wild lately.
Yeah, that game's addictive.
Yes. Yeah. So, Guardians and Zelda.
That's all I care about.
Can't wait, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Which actually, yeah, I was gonna go longer than usual, like 2 hours and 45 to 3 hours. No, we didn't get to every topic. I wasn't planning to get to every topic. I put every topic I could have down there. Like I don't know, whatever.
What other
You get my
topic did
point.
you have?
Oh, I have so many. So many. I don't even think we talked about half of them.
Which one? We were just like talking about random stuff.
Well, we talked about Transformers for like 50 minutes.
Oh my god. What was the topics? I just want to hear. I'm curious.
Oh, okay. Well, the Chris Hemsworth, the Transformers movies, the animated in the trailer.
Right.
Ninja Turtles we talked a little bit about. Gladiator we did not talk about, but it's starring Paul Mescal, Denzel Washington, and Joseph Quinn has a attached to that
Pedro
movie.
Pascal is in Gladiator?
No, Pedro Mescal. Yeah,
Oh,
Paul
I
Mescal.
heard Pedro.
That's what I said. I said
Yo.
I said Pedro Mescal. Yeah, I did
Yeah.
not say Pascal. I said Pedro Mescal. It does sound like Pedro Mescal. You're right.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Okay, and Joseph Quinn is in the movie. He can play the son. We talked about where Rise of the Beast, what the time period.
Right,
We talked about Karen Gillian being Poison Ivy.
right.
We did not talk about Rihanna starring as Smurfette in the next Spurs movie.
Oh my
Animated.
God, they're making a Smurfs movie again.
Animated. I think it's animated. She's voicing because she can't, like, every time I see her in a movie that she tries to act, she cannot act. Rihanna cannot act.
Wait a
Like,
minute.
sorry.
Was there not a Smurf animated movie before?
I don't know.
Hold on.
remember.
No, 2017.
There was 2 live action ones.
Yeah, I know there was 2, but there had to have been
At least
a third
yeah.
one.
At least Rihanna's
17.
starring. At least Rihanna's voice is Smurfette and not acting. Because all the movies I've seen her where she tries to act, she's horrible.
Yeah, there was an animated Smurf movie in 2017, The Lost Village. How much money did this movie make?
Yes, this is true. The upfronts are coming out.
I forgot that movie existed.
Same. It made 197.
I don't know if Tony's coming on. I do have a wrestling show Tuesday, but I don't know if anybody's interested. I'll come on my show. What else? Chris Roll, the animated Avatar: The Last Airbender film follows Aang, Katara, Sokka, Zuko, Toph, all in their adult age. That's one of the topics. The group looks like they're in their late 20s to early 30s. Has been cast and
Did they say when that's
Paw
coming
Patrol is having a movie, the Mighty movie.
out? Again? Oh my God.
First look at Florence Pugh as Princess Irulan in Dune Part 2. Have you seen that?
I seen
it?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't much. It was like okay. I wish they showed the other guy.
SpongeBob SquarePants: The Search for the SquarePants. That's the name of the title. Is promised to be the biggest SpongeBob film yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The
How
film
many of these movies are they making?
I don't know. But it makes money. They do well, the SpongeBob movies. They do well. The film goes to the deepest depths of the ocean where SpongeBob will face off against a Flying Dutchman. So I guess he'll fly out.
Yeah, like all the other 100 episodes he's met the Flying Dutchman.
Maybe this time we went into the Pirates of the Caribbean universe and end up with Davy Jones.
Like literally, like how many times is he gonna face off with King Neptune in a movie?
Oh. Was the Flying Dutchman? Have you seen the other SpongeBob movies?
Yeah.
How many SpongeBob movies are
I
there?
think there's like
Good
2 or
Lord.
3.
There's like 3.
Yeah.
There's like 3. Jesus.
I like the one with David Hasselhoff in it.
No, that's like the only one
Yeah,
that's
that's
like
the first one,
rewatchable. Like that's like
Yeah.
the only one that like I really like a lot. Not just because like that was my childhood, but that was actually a legit good movie.
But the other ones are like 3D animation. No, it's not like the cartoon. Is it?
Okay, yeah. So others, I got Martin Scorsese's on Killer of the Flower Moon. This is a big screen movie, and that's what he made, as you'll see.
A 4-hour movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll watch
Kingsley,
it. But yeah.
Kingsley Ben-Adir's Bob Marley biopic is titled Bob Marley One Love and releases on January 12, 2024 in the theaters.
And who's playing Bob Marley?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I want to see who's playing Bob Marley now.
Okay.
What
A
the
Quiet Place, Day One, takes place in New York. That's the prequel. I think that's the prequel. Or is that a prequel, or is that just a different, or is that just taking us around the same time as the Emily Blunt and what time period? I don't know if that's a prequel. I don't know. No, it's not a prequel because I just have the description under below, and I didn't read it yet. The
How
film
come no one
follows.
has who's playing Bob Marley? What the
I don't
hell?
know. The film follows Lupita Nyong'o's. Is that how to say her last name? No, Lupita
Peter
Nyong'o.
Nanon. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can never say it.
As a mother trying to survive the following invasion. Once again, Joseph Quinn and Alex Wolff also star. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is moving up to 2 days to July 12th. So it's moving up 2 days from July 14th to July 12th. Okay. Here's gonna be the funny one. Here's what everybody's gonna laugh at. A rated R live action animated Christopher Robin series in the works. Rated R. You heard it. Rated R Christopher Robin series in the works. I'm not making that up. It's true.
Hold on. I know this is irrelevant, but the guy who's in Secret Invasion, Kingsley Ben, I don't know. He's a British actor. He's in Secret Invasion. That's the guy who's playing Bob Marley, which he doesn't look like Bob Marley at all.
Oh, okay. So what the description of this Christopher Robin series in the work? The series follows Christopher Robin navigating his quarter-life crisis with his animals who live beyond a drug-induced portal outside his derelict apartment complex.
Huh?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
That's what I copy to paste, man. That's what I copy to paste. I did not write that.
Okay. My brain is.
When I hear this, mode. I didn't talk about this, but I don't know how much you're into Street Fighter, but obviously you're into video games, so you know about Street Fighter. Raka duo, Danny and Michael.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah. Michael Philippou are in talks to direct a live action Street Fighter movie. Yes. I'm looking for that. I'm
looking forward to that too.
Yeah.
Once they announce those directors.
Yeah. What about you, George?
I really don't follow the games, so.
You know the YouTubers though, like they did that Marvel versus DC video, and it's like it's actually really funny.
Yeah.
They did Mortal Kombat.
We'll check.
You have to see it. We're gonna have to show George that video. That's like an all-time YouTube classic video.
Okay. So we didn't get to this. The Hunger Games Battle or Song vs. Snakes trailer came out. We did not get to that, but it did come out. As for Lionsgate, with what's the actress's name? Rachel Zegler is the main character. This is a prequel to Jennifer Lawrence's Hunger Games series. It's a prequel to that.
And I think Rachel Zegler will be a lot better than Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know. It's just like Jennifer Lawrence plays the same character in every damn film she's in.
Oh, yeah. Did she get a Razzie for Mystique? Oh. James Gunn.
Remember when she was like rumored to be casted as Sue Storm a couple years ago?
Yeah.
No.
I remember that.
She would give up bitchy Sue Storm vibes. I don't know, like Jennifer Lawrence, she could be a good actress when she tries, but sometimes she just gives out that bitchy vibes, you know?
Yeah. She's been annoying.
Yeah. Like she kind of has an attitude like she gives you that vibes like she's better than you. Like I don't know. James Gunn says they have so many great choices for the role of Superman in Superman's Legacy. All the previous Superman have been good, so we just have to add to that story. Yeah. Joseph Quinn has been cast in Gladiator 2. Yep, I said that. Ian Grunfeld has been cast in Bad Boys. Yeah, we said Twisted Metal teaser. Andy Samberg will voice Ben Wily in Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, so he'll be in the Spider-Verse as Ben Wily. The movie that comes out next month. He'll be voicing Ben Wily.
I was surprised by that.
Yeah. What else is there? Final one. I didn't really add much new stuff, even though some new stuff came out. I didn't much add any. Chris Pratt returns to another animation project next year as Garfield in Garfield, also starring Samuel Jackson, Nicholas Hoult, and Brett Goldstein. Samuel Jackson in the Garfield movie. I can never picture that or hear that. But Samuel Jackson. Oh my! God.
I mean, his voice is really funny though, so it kind of makes sense. When you hear Samuel Jackson talk, you know it's Samuel Jackson. You just immediately burst out laughing.
You know, Samuel Jackson plays himself a lot, though.
A lot of these
does.
actors play themselves.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, because a lot of actors are not good. I'm sorry. A lot of them don't have range.
Bro, I'm looking at this Marvel versus DC video. This for 8 years ago. My God, this shit holds up. You have to see this video, George. Oh my God.
Oh my God. That's all the news I have. Obviously, there's more. Maybe I'll look on discussion film, but anything has been updated today.
Hmm.
As of late, nope. Last thing was 5 hours ago. John Wick has passed 400 million. Honor Among Thieves has passed 200 million worldwide. Netflix. Oh, here's some news I didn't report. Netflix has acquired the Adam McKay's next film, Avenger Height, Avenger Build movie, that's starring Robert Pattinson, Robert Downey Jr., Amy Adams, and Daniel Day-Lewis. That's from Deadline. So, Adam McKay's movie with those actors, Netflix is going to be the one.
Actually, you know what, Finbar? That's actually a great idea. They were stupid to cast him as Hercules.
I heard it was like a last minute thing too. Like they watched this. He
didn't really look like Hercules to me.
No, he wasn't. He looks kind of skinny.
Yeah.
Apparently that was like a really, really last minute thing.
They should have never done that. They should have just. I don't like. Where's Hercules going to appear next?
Yeah,
I don't get that.
Yeah, that's all the news I have for you guys. Remember, you know what? I'll let you promote your stuff. Lionel, I know you had a stream earlier. You can still promote that even though it's undone, but promote whatever you're talking about next week. And George, you'll go after. Yeah,
so you can check me out, Blind Umbrella. Most people know. I just did an Evil Dead stream. Me and Aaron, we talked about Evil Dead. Next week, I'm going to be talking about the Guardians, the entire Guardian series, including Infinity War and Endgame. So, check that out.
George?
You can find me at the George. I reviewed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 today. This weekend, I plan on reviewing Dark of the Moon and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And I plan on doing a Legend of Zelda stream.
Nice.
So, and it'll basically be talking about, my favorite Zelda games, my favorite Zelda moments. And if anyone that's a Zelda fan wants to come on, I'll probably invite them on.
I know who does. The guy next to me.
But yeah, no, you can find me at the George.
No, man.
Thank you all. For my next stream, I'll be reviewing Guardians 4. No, I'm kidding.
It's 4. It's already out.
Wait, what?
Thanks, George.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know what my next stream on this is. Wednesday will be my next Let's Talk Pop episode. Yeah, that's for sure. And obviously Saturday it's gonna be another Let's Talk Pop episode. But I think Blind is gonna see Guardians later that night.
Yeah, I'm seeing it at like 8:00.
So yeah, usually I do spoiler reviews on Saturday, but I want Blinded to be on my show, and I don't know. So maybe I'll move it to Sunday again next week. Yeah, I mean you'll be doing your show on Sunday like before me anyway. So
yeah, that's true. Maybe be overloading.
Yeah, and you never know, guys. There might be a late night Let's Talk Pop. I mean, it got some upfront stuff this week if it happens, because like, where is it? The strike. That because of the writer strike. Yeah. So if there is some news from the upfront, I know there's some wrestling news from upfront, but this is not a wrestling channel. That'll be on my sports channel. They might announce a new show for AEW, whatever. But yeah. Because TNT and AEW and Warner Brothers and TNT are working in partnership with each other. So, but yeah, if there's some interesting upfront news, I'll maybe do a show Wednesday for sure. But we'll see. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment below, and subscribe to George and Blind, please. Blind had a great talk about Evil Dead, and George, you want to talk basketball, George? People talk about basketball with George, But bye, Kinks, and yeah, take care, everybody.
Peace.